Sunday mi Sunday mi Sunday mi. Ọlámilékan kalẹ̀. Bàbá Dami. Àwa la máa gbára wa sílẹ̀. Ṣé lọ? Sunday wo máa ṣe bó ṣe ṣe lọ. Ṣé lọ? Máa ṣe bó ṣe ṣe lọ. Kéré o. Kéré o. Yorùbá nation. Kéré o. Kéré o. Kéré o. Ó kù díẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀nà àbámi ètò lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Kéré o. Kéré o. Kéré o. Kéré o. Wow. And as we just about to kickstart the program again, I say a very good and welcome. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. My name is Olayomi Koiki. I'm always excited. I say good evening to my beautiful mother for joining. We're live on multiple platforms. The most important way to listen to me tonight is join us on the Starr Radio UK, where we're discussing quite a lot. I say good evening and welcome once again. And let's go into the program.
lágbára ọlọ́run lágbára elédùnmarè ìlọsíwájú ìgbéga la màmá àní sáré gbogbo ẹni tó wà níbi ìgbé àsọ elédùnmarè àbámi gbé wọn dìde gbogbo ẹni tó wojú ọlọ́run fún ọmọ rere elédùnmarè àbámi fún ọlọ́mọ alálùbáríkà gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń wojú fún nǹkan bí ìlérè tí a lè sọ elédùnmarè mọ ọkọ oníkálukú á pèsè fún àìní kálukú wa lágbára ọlọ́run èmi Abíọ́dún Táíwò náà owó tí mo kù díẹ̀ sí elédùnmarè kó bá mi túbẹ̀ ṣe kó bá mi túbẹ̀ ṣe o gbogbo ẹni tí mo bá ṣẹ̀ ní 2022 torí àkérè orí ó máa ń mì Abíọ́dún Táíwò èyí fẹ́ Nàìjíríà òyìnbá ọba ọmọ òun fi àsìkò yìí mo fi ń bẹ̀ ní pé kẹ̀sì jìnnà rẹ̀ kẹ̀kẹ́ àforíjì gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀lé ṣẹ̀yìn náà ní ọ̀nà kan àbí ọ̀nà kejì mo ṣàforíjì fún gbogbo yín o mo ṣàforíjì fún yín tinútinú bí mo ṣe ń sọ ìgbẹ́ ìṣọ̀nà gbogbo àwọn alligator Yorùbá lè sọ tí a kì í ṣe alligator lágbára náà wà fara wa nílẹ̀ lérí gbogbo tí a bá ṣe ní gbangba tí a bá ṣe ní kọ̀rọ̀ gbangba ló wà o ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe dáadáa o ẹ jẹ́ ká tún ṣe o ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe dáadáa o ẹ jẹ́ ká tún ṣe o gbogbo owó tá a wá ná ní gbangba ní kọ̀rọ̀ ní oní 2022 kéde tó máa pèsè kí wọ́n sáré ná lágbára náà àdánwò òdì ìra wa lórí ànínáwó òdì 2023 ìlọ́po ló máa bọ̀ nínú àpò wa bàbá ṣe ń pè báyìí ló máa jẹ wà lágbára náà ajá àfihàn wa ṣe nìyí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá mi ní diaspora gbogbo àwọn aunties mi bí ò fẹ́ dárúkọ anybody gbogbo yín pátápátá mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fàdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní jí láàárọ̀ báyìí kẹ́ ẹ má Abíọ́dún Táíwò pé ń bolo wà báwo ni nǹkan kan ilé àtọ̀nà sí náà kì í dàgbò ọlọ́run lè ṣe fún o ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lè ṣe fún o ní kọ́ọ̀bù lórí.
And that is one of our comrade, Mrs. Abiodun Taiwo, that died on Sunday. May our soul rest in perfect peace. What a week. Last week, Wednesday, she was still alive with us. And this Wednesday, she's no longer with us. And that is life for those that are thinking and hoping that you will hold on to this world forever. No, you will not be able to hold on to this world forever because we are only here for a very, very limited time. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and this again is it is Starr Radio UK. A very good evening to you in Miami. Good evening to you in Africa. Good evening to you in Europe, wherever you are watching. Good evening to you in Asia. And a very bitter weather to those of us in the United Kingdom. You need to follow us on Twitter, on Starr Radio UK. How many of you have a Twitter account? Because the only way you can get the full notification when I'm live is when the Starr Radio UK goes up into the Twitter space, and you will be able to find out that I am live. So if you are watching me from Dubai, I say good evening to you. Good evening to each and every one of us as we remember those that have died in the course of the Yoruba Nation struggle, the Biafra struggle, and so many Nigerians that have died as well in the last 62 years of Nigeria. My question tonight that we're looking into, and I say good evening to my producer, Mr. Frank Amon and Mr. Frank David, and the technical team that are working behind the scene. Is a full loaded team that are working, and tomorrow is the property hour. Make sure you join us. But tonight, as we go into the program, I want you to take note of the topic. Can Nigeria be rescued again, and by who? What a very important topic, and I'm going to have the phone line open. Don't be scared. Tó bá jẹ́ pé Yorùbá lẹ fẹ́ sọ. Because ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n máa ní ẹ̀yin aráàlú òyìnbó ti pọ̀ jù òyìnbó tó fi kọ́ wa lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ ṣe máa sọ Yorùbá púpọ̀ Koiki. Let us remember that this is an international platform, and in as much as the producer have given us all clear to speak our beautiful language, we must also understand that we have international audience. And they're watching us from different parts of the globe. They're watching us in Australia, in New Zealand, in America, in Canada, in Turkey, in Greece. They're watching us in most African countries. Shout out to every one of you in Ghana, in Kenya, in Cameroon, and most especially those of you in Nigeria. It's really almost the time of the year again that so much excitement is going into Nigeria. And as the excitement is going, a lot of people are asking the question, who can rescue Nigeria? Again, and by who? The Yorubas have spoken. And as you all know, my position when it comes to the Yoruba Nation movement, I believe that nobody can rescue Nigeria, so let us allow Nigeria to sink. But we still have those that are in the political terrain, those that believe that Nigeria can still be rescued. And once again, good evening to those of you that have joined us on all the platforms around the globe, and welcome once again for those of you that are watching us in different parts of the globe. I'll be monitoring some of your comments tonight on all the platforms, especially those of you that are watching us on the Starr Radio UK YouTube channel. If you're watching us on Twitter, remember the Starr Radio UK is on Twitter, so please make sure you subscribe to the Starr Radio UK, where you can find out, wherever we are going from Monday to Sunday. A lot of programs going on here on Starr Radio UK. And you can also listen to us on your smartphone. Good evening to those of you, Maze Gold, and my uncle, David Adegoke. Good evening to you, those of you watching us on Twitter, on Instagram. And this is where everything happened tonight. Lórí nọ́mbà tí ẹ máa pè sí, òun náà ni studio number tí a máa ń gba ètò lórí ẹ̀ nígbà tí a bá ń ṣe program lọ. But ní alẹ́ yìí, ta ló máa rescue Nigeria? The question tonight is, can Nigeria be rescued again, and by who? Can Peter Obi rescue Nigeria? Can Atiku rescue Nigeria? Can Tinubu rescue Nigeria? Can Yoruba Nation rescue Nigeria? Can Biafra Nation rescue Nigeria? Can Arewa Nation rescue Nigeria and the Middle Belt as well? And again, this is who remember, Raskimono, Under Pressure. Is Nigeria really now under pressure? Let's go with my first track this evening, and this is how it goes. Africa is in a big problem. I say good evening and welcome. It's just almost 12 minutes past 1800 hours. Good evening to you, Omoto Shola Olawumi. I say Equeto. I say good evening to you, Tony Aegis from Belgium. Oluwaseun Okesanya, kudos to you as well. Good evening and welcome to Niger Voices. Anybody rescue Nigeria is the question tonight. Grace Olushoto, all the way in Dublin, Mokin Yawa, Ekabo, Sorieto, all the GR1, I say good evening. You want me to give you Barista? Let's see how it goes tonight. If Barista is already lined up, I'll let you know. Are we sure that we can still rescue Nigeria in 2023? Even the European Union are scared. They are concerned that election might be inconclusive. There's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of intelligent report. There is going to be a coup. We don't know when. There might be an interim government in Nigeria if care is not taken. Akonji Oladapo, I say good evening to you and welcome. Yoruba Ogo Adulawo, good evening to you and welcome to Starr Radio UK. Asade Moses, I say good evening and welcome once again. If there is a coup in Nigeria, how are you going to react is the question. A lot of pressure in Nigeria as we speak to you. Gani Oloyede, good evening to you. Omo Adegoke. Olakunle, my namesake, I say good evening to you. A lot of suffering is going on in Nigeria, a lot of kidnapping. Nigeria, Buhari says, I have done my best for Nigeria. Allow the next person to take the baton. A lot of people are weeping because they do not have money for education. They do not have money for healthcare. They do not have money to have 3 square meals. all the way from Ogun State. I say good evening to you and shout out to those of you watching us in Ogun. Professor Banji Akintoye says the Yoruba nation is the way out. Some say no, it is not the way out. Good evening to you, Prince Adeola. Separation can rescue Nigeria. Okay. What about Peter Obi? Can Peter Obi rescue Nigeria? Can Omoyele rescue Nigeria? All the way in Saudi Arabia. Moni, salamu alaikum, and welcome to the program. As we remember our mother, I don't think she wants us to be sad. She just wants us to continue with the movement known as the Yoruba Nation. Nnamdi Kanu must be free. And as we say, to Pro Max. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ti dàpọ̀ sórí ètò ti Naija Voices lálẹ́ yìí èní ní ọjọ́ 25th of January 2023 aago 6 ó kọjá ìṣẹ́jú díẹ̀ ni kò tí di aago 6 bọ̀. Ǹjẹ́ nìkankan lè rescue Nàìjíríà níbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà délé ní ǹjẹ́ ta máa rí ẹni tó lè rescue Nàìjíríà? Àtíkù náà fẹ́ rescue Nàìjíríà ǹjẹ́ ó possible? Mo kí producer bíi Frank David àti Achi Amon nígbà tí ètò yìí ṣe ń wáyé adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí all the way in Milan, Italy. Èdè ni wọ́n sọ ní Italy kò kí n ṣe English. Once again, if you're watching me from African country, I say bonjour. And my name is Olayomi Koiki. A máa gba kọ́ọ̀lù lálẹ́ yìí, ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ó lè wà rescue? Ìyá wa Amana say, no more Nigeria, Yoruba nation, more location confirmation. Only God through separation can rescue Nigeria. Bámidélé Tọ́pẹ́, mo kí yín dáadáa. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò, bàbá wa Ṣóbáyọ̀ John. Yoruba nation is the only way out. What about those that are campaigning for the political party? How many Nigerians have got their PVC? Are you sure that you can use your PVC to chase away APC? Or can you use your PVC to bring PDP? Or can you use your PVC to chase away the three of them? Some are saying that separation is the best way in 2023. Quite a lot is going on. Amana say it's only God that can do so. Okay, as we leave that, we got the next track ready, but we will leave that for now and let's come back into the conversation. Every day in the last 62 years, there are so many people that wants to rescue Nigeria.
Starr Radio UK. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
We're live 24/7. Make sure you subscribe to the Starr Radio UK Twitter, and that is the only way you can find me every Wednesday if I'm live from the Starr Radio UK channel. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and I'm going to be driving you home tonight. I want to monitor to make sure that we have people that are following us on Starr Radio UK. At the moment, we are 764 followers. Can we hit 1,000 tonight? Taloti registers in Twitter. Yoruba Ogwadula will say, no political can rescue Nigeria, only separation can rescue Nigeria. I want to get some of your own feed coming through the program. And the number to call is a WhatsApp only, +44 74 04 405917. It is important to put the prefix if you're calling us from United Kingdom or you're calling from outside especially. PVC cannot do anything, but more Nigerians have got their PVC. How many Nigerians have got their PVC? And do you believe that PVC will use to rescue Nigeria? I was discussing this with my producer before I came on air. We were reviewing it, asking the question. The way Nigeria has been run for the last 62 years have not really helped a lot of Nigerians. We have the brain drain of Nigerians outside the country. They're doing very well, fantastically very well. But we still have some Nigerians that say, I live in UK, but we can rescue Nigeria. I don't know how that is going to work. Èèyàn jókòó sí America, ó fẹ́ rescue Nigeria. èèyàn jókòó sí Australia, ó fẹ́ rescue Nigeria. Please do not call any other number apart from the studio line. If otherwise, your number will be blocked. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to those that are listening to us. Don't even try calling any other number. If you don't know the studio number, we will repeat it again. Please, only the studio number. And it seems, there will be some people that definitely will not listen, and we will not have any other option than at least temporarily, block them so that, we are not being interrupted, especially as we have the live streaming going on the Instagram. Because the issue of Nigeria is in the minds of millions of people, especially those that disagree being called Nigeria. And I've been asking the question before coming on air. Can we still rescue Nigeria? Perry says the only solution to the problem now is to go apart. Petrol is now going up to 500 naira per liter in Nigeria, the sixth crude oil producer in the global community. Nigeria ló lépo jù tó jẹ́ number 6 ní àgbáyé, but Nigeria remains the capital poverty of the world today. 133 million Nigerians today do not have access to 3 square meals. Ìbéèrè tí mo wá ń bi gbogbo àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa, and those that probably do not understand the Yoruba, please understand that we have majority of our listeners that are Yorubas, and we need to carry them along, especially those that are back home. So when we speak that language, we will do a bit of translation for the benefit of those of you. If you have not really followed us on Twitter, please, can you just take a minute out of your time and go straight into Twitter and do so? It is very, very important. 764 followers so far. We can make it up to 1,000 tonight. As we continue to review the Yoruba Nation movement, the Biafra, the Middle Belt, we also have the 3 political parties, today being the 25th day of January 2023. And again, it is the Niger Voices. Thank you to those of you that joined us last week. Lenkonsi, may the soul of our mother, Yeyelufe, she will be again properly buried again on Saturday. For the benefit of those of you that would like to go, we'll be giving you all the details. May Eledumare be with the family. The son, I spoke to the son last week, or probably yet this week on Monday. Also the daughter, we want you to remain very strong. Frank Odo says Nigeria is a zoo. Even the zoo has ethics. The zoo has when the animals are fed. But in Nigeria today, nobody has the benefit. And apart from the Abia State candidate for PDP, may so rest in peace, he actually died, but he was also here in UK taking medical treatment, and he went back to Nigeria, but he died at Abuja Hospital today. If you're hearing the news for the first time, I'll be giving you all the details you need to know regarding this individual. Nigerians are asking the question again in 2023. I remember we might see if I might be able to get Omoyele Sowore to speak to us sometime next week on Niger Voices. But as a lot of politicians traveled out of Nigeria for medical treatment, we know that Governor of Ondo State is literally not feeling very well. Even the wife confirmed that. The PDP candidate for Abia State, Icon, I can confirm is dead. May his soul rest in peace. According to information, he's not been feeling very well. He traveled to UK for medical treatment as usual, just as Buhari does all the time. I can now confirm officially that the candidate representing in this election that is not yet happening, but coming up according to the federal government on the 25th of February, Icon is dead. He died at the National Hospital in Abuja at around 4 a.m. today, according to the family statement. He was here in UK and returned back to Nigeria. Dr. Uche Okon Chikeze, his death was announced in a statement by his son, Dr. Uche Okon Chikeze. My question is, why do our politicians run into UK and Germany for medical treatment? From information we gathered, Babangida is also in Germany for medical treatment. Imagine a man that was a military dictator for a very long time. He had a very beautiful hilltop in Mina, but yet he cannot build a standard hospital to treat himself. Remember to follow us on all the platforms, like I say tonight. My line is already open should you want to engage me. But one thing tonight is, can Nigeria still be rescued in 2023? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn sọ pé Nigeria should be allowed to dissolve just as other countries have done in the past. But we still have millions of Nigerians that have got their PVC and wants to use that to chase away APC that have collapsed the economy of Nigeria more. Buhari, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, says, and I quote some few days ago, I believe on Monday, today's Wednesday, Buhari says, I have tried my best. Don't feel sad. If you want to speak in Yoruba language, we will allow you to, because that is part of the conversation. Let's go to my first caller, and she's a regular. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò Naija Voices. Ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Ẹ gbọ́n sókè. Ètò nìyẹn, à ń gbọ́ yín ìyá wa.
Yes, ẹni tí ẹ tẹ̀ sọ pé ó kú yẹn pé ara àwọn politician yẹn àwọn ló tẹ̀ mọ̀ yẹ ò kan àwa.
Okay.
So bọ́lá ṣe máa dá sẹ́ríà fún gbogbo wọn nìyẹn lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan because wọ́n wà níbẹ̀ ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe wọn ò ṣe é gbogbo wọn lọ sí abroad wọ́n lọ tọ́jú ara wọn ní abroad àwọn citizen àwọn kò lé níyàn wọ́n dẹ̀ wà lé kò sí hospital kò sí bed kò sí anything àwọn hospital míì wà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa sọ pé kó máa san owó ní UCH ó dẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní everyday pé wọ́n sanwó petrol ní everyday 1,000 naira.
Okay.
Ní nǹkan tí ò kì í ṣẹlẹ̀ ní abroad.
Okay.
Hospital mi gan tẹ bá wọ gan. Níbi ìmọ̀ kan tí gbogbo hospital tó wà Nàìjíríà yẹn bí o mọ nǹkan tí mo lè fi àwọn hospital yẹn ni nǹkan tí mo lè fi wé. Mi ò mọ nǹkan tí mo tẹ̀ lè fi wé. Ẹni tó bá sọ pé Nàìjíríà ṣì máa survive bó dẹ̀ pẹ́ ni yẹn tún kú wọn tí ì sin ni. Because kò sí kankan tó lè survive nílùú yẹn ara ju pé kólúkálùkù pín. Kólúkálùkù máa lọ títí ẹ̀. Kólúkálùkù máa lọ títí ẹ̀ ni kò sí kankan tó lè kò sí àwọn politician gbogbo wọn kò sí tí wọ́n lè sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ni wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe gbogbo wọn fẹ́ lọ mẹ́kọ̀ lórúkọ fámìlì wọn ni pé kọ́ lè sọ pé àwọn náà dépò ààrẹ nǹkan tí gbogbo wọn fẹ́ lọ ṣe níbẹ̀ nìyẹn kò sí anybody tó lè rescue Nàìjíríà ibùdó tó ń bí ọmọ tuntun ní òní tó ń gbé sí Aso Rock yẹn kò sí anything tó lè ṣe ìjú pé ní Nàìjíríà pé kólúkálùkù máa lọ tí ẹ bá ti ṣe pé àlédè títí wa àlédè wa tá ń sọ àwọn Ìgbò lédè wọn àwọn Haúsá lédè wọn so kólúkálùkù lọ dá ọmọ ara ẹ̀ gbé nílùú ẹ̀ lókè ló ń bá àwọn ìjọba lérò tó ṣe fẹ́ káwọn kólúkálùkù máa lọ sí. So nǹkan tèmi ni pé kémi dá sí nìyẹn kò sí solution kankan ní Nàìjíríà ju pé kólúkálùkù pín kólúkálùkù máa lọ. Epo tí wọ́n ń sìn àwọn èèyàn kan wọ́n rí epo rà. Àwọn èèyàn orí epo rà èmi dẹ̀ sọ fáwọn tó wà Nàìjíríà ni pé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni tó bá ti wọ́n kọ́ máa bọ́ síta mo ti ń sọ mo dẹ̀ ṣe máa kọ̀ntínù láti máa sọ pé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni kọ́ máa bọ́ síta kọ́ máa rò pé àwọn tó wà lábúrọ̀dù á tó stage kan àwọn tó wà lábúrọ̀dù wọn tẹ̀ ní dá sí wọn mọ́ nílùú yẹn because àwọn náà ń jó tẹ̀lé àwọn politician yìí èmi ò rò bí pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó tiẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ensars níbi ìtẹ̀rù bó yẹ kí politician kọ̀ọ̀kan bọ́ síta kó tẹ̀ yẹ káwọn influencer káwọn èèyàn tẹ àwọn youth kọ́ tẹ̀ máa tẹ̀lé àwọn politician because nǹkan tó fojú wọn rí.
According to BBC last week, the influencer wọ́n san up to £35,000, no tax. That's about 20 million, about $45,000. $45,000 according to the BBC whistleblower that find out pé eye tí àwọn influencer ń gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn political party nìyẹn. So apart from some that are saying kó lọ gba PVC, Macaroni saying káwọn èèyàn lọ gba PVC, and I'm hearing that there's going to be a big concert for Peter Obi.
Gbogbo àwọn influencer kan gbowó ní ọwọ́ àwọn politician yẹn gbogbo náà máa fi wà ìsọ̀gbẹ̀yìn ayé wọn ni tó máa fi tó bá fi because àwọn èèyàn àwọn influencer yìí ni wọ́n ń wò tó bá pẹ́ ìgbà tí start yẹn ẹ wò bí àwọn influencer yẹn bọ́ ṣe jáde nígbà yẹn. So àwọn wá lọ ń gba owó orí àwọn citizen tó ń jìyà àwọn wá fi tọ́ family wọn wọ́n fi tọ́ ẹbí wọn.
Ọ̀dà ẹ ṣe gan ni ìyá wa.
So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn àwọn máa fi owó yẹn wọ́n máa fi wà ìsọ̀gbẹ̀yìn ní gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó jẹ́ influencer tó lọ gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn politician tó fi ń deceive àwọn ará ìlú tí wọ́n sọ tọ̀rọ̀ fáwọn ará ìlú
ẹ ṣé gan ni mo kí yín ìyá wa Bímbọ́ Gbàdàmọ́sí Adépẹ̀tùn ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò àmọ́rí ìbákún ìjọba Nàìjíríà. Those leaders are going there for their own pocket. For the benefit of those that didn't understand the last caller, she was again, saying that Nigeria can no longer sustain. The question tonight is, can we find out if anybody on earth can rescue Nigeria? The politician says we can rescue Nigeria. Give us another opportunity. Good evening to you, Mr. Adeleye Taiwo. You also say, Mr. Koiki, so quickly, I love you too. Thank you so much. And I think I spotted on our Facebook, because we have to respect those of you that are watching us on Koiki Media, and likewise those that are watching us, especially on Starr Radio. Mrs. Kemi Bello says, no one can rescue Nigeria. Is not a nation. Good evening to you. For those of you that have joined us, good evening to you, my mother, Mrs. Dupe Agbuola. You also say, good afternoon, my darling brother, keep up. Sọ̀rọ̀ sókè. Ẹ̀yin náà láǹfààní àti pé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ dá sí ètò talẹ́. Please do not call any other number apart from the studio line. Make sure you are checking the number because we are streaming on the Instagram as well. And we do not want to continue stopping that live transmission on Instagram. So please, bear with us, those of you, just maybe we might switch so that we don't have, these issues of people trying to call, all the time and disturbing the Instagram feed that is going on. Please let us continue to also enjoy the program. A good evening once again to those of you watching us. My name is Olami Koike, and I'm going to be your host tonight. Ìbéèrè kan péré là ń béèrè lálẹ́. Do we have anybody on earth ní ayé that can rescue Nigeria? Nigeria is going through a lot. For those in African countries, you might be wondering, why is it that we are saying that who can rescue Nigeria? It's because Nigeria is going through a turbulence as we speak right now. There are people that disagree with the unity of Nigeria and they want Nigeria to be dissolved. But there are still people that believe in one Nigeria and they want Nigeria to continue. I am not one of those. Prince Adiola, a very good evening to you. And to all our silent listeners that probably are just watching without any comments so that we don't know that they're there, we say, welcome to
Starr Radio UK.
It is called, once again,
Radio UK.
yeah, it is Starr Radio UK. My question is, Perry, good evening to you and welcome. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ṣì ń rò pé maybe, just maybe, we can give the last shot to rescue Nigeria. Good evening to you, Waris Jinodu. Can anyone rescue British plus Nigeria? IET construct, still waiting. Any answer? Last week, we looked at Nigeria in the next 38 days election or dissolution. Today, we are now looking at not the dissolution, but can we rescue Nigeria? Ǹjẹ́ Nigeria ṣì lè wà rescued? And if Nigeria is going to be rescued, by who? Olakunle says Nigeria can be rescued. That means Titanic ship can be rescued. But Titanic ship is gone already. It's deep in the ocean. I'm not sure whether they've been able to bring it back upstairs. But we know that, divers have gone into Titanic. They've brought back few things. Florence Ekale says no separate is the solution. Abiodun Lesi says common electricity, they cannot fix it since 1960. They are trying. At least Obasanjo pumped in $16 billion and the money went into the drain. But Peter Obi is promising something. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ dá sórí ètò ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ló sà. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí ẹ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ní ìbéèrè tẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn aráalé, kò sẹ́ni tó lè gba Nàìjíríà là nínú ìgbèkùn tó wà yẹn. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí òkú tó ti kú for like 5 days. Ta ló lè jí mọ́? Kò sẹ́ni tó lè jí. Mi ò sọ pé kéèyàn dákú, ọ̀tọ̀ ni pé kéèyàn dákú, ọ̀tọ̀ ni pé wà ní kómà, ẹni tó ti kú táwọn pé yẹ tí wọ́n confirm pé ó ti kú. Kéèyàn kan wá dé kọ́sọ́ pé òun fẹ́ jí bọ́ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ṣe rí. Nàìjíríà ti kú. Nàìjíríà ti kú. So gbogbo ilé tí wọ́n ṣe yẹn is like death after medicine. Àbáwọ̀ lẹ́yìn pé maybe I'm missing after death rather yẹ. Ó ní gbogbo ilé tí wọ́n ṣe. Àwọn náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé ìlú yẹn ti kú. But they are just trying, like they just try.
Kí lè rí kan tẹ́yìn rí tẹ́ fi sọ pé Nàìjíríà ti kú? The caller is saying that Nigeria is dead, and I'm not asking the question, what is the evidence to indicate that Nigeria is dead? Because African countries believe that Nigeria is working, and wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Nigeria ibi tí ọ̀rá àtomi àti gbogbo ẹ̀ wà nínú ẹ̀. So why do you think that Nigeria is dead? Good evening to you, Victoria Tokun. I'm going, Baba.
Mo ti gbé ní ìlú ní Africa. Mi ò gbé mo ti gbé ìlú bí àbí 7 ní Africa. Mo dẹ̀ rí bí wọ́n ṣe run government wọn. Mo rí bí ìlú wọn ṣe rí. Nígbà tí mo wà ní Kenya, during coronavirus pandemic, wọ́n fún mi ní oúnjẹ tó last for 4 months. Tó yẹ pé èmi tí mo tún jẹ́ foreigner, mo ń fún oúnjẹ tọrọ ẹ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ onílùú. Oúnjẹ tí wọ́n fún àwọn ti Naija, ibi lọ kó oúnjẹ yẹn sí, ṣé ìlú nìyẹn? Ìlú tí kò sí iná 24 hours, ṣé ìlú nìyẹn? Ìlú tí ò lè rìn kọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ balẹ̀ wípé tí mo ṣe ń lọ mo máa padà sílé, ṣé ìlú nìyẹn sà? Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ tí mo ń sọ dáadáa o, àwọn ará ní kọ́ máa gbọ́ mi o. Ìlú tí ò lè rìn kò dé garanti ara ẹ wípé mo ṣe ń lọ yìí mo máa padà sílé. Ìgbà tí mo lọ sílé, mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn fún yín. Ìgbà tí mo lọ sílé, ìṣẹ̀ kan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi. Ọlọ́run bá ló yọ mi. Fúlàní àtàkì mọ́tò mi tí mo wà nínú ẹ̀. Ní Long Bridge, ní àárọ̀ Bega Road sí Ìbàfọ̀ ní ọ̀rẹ́ ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Mọ́tò tá a tẹ̀lé ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ attack. Bí driver ṣe fi sí reverse nìyẹn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé ìlú nìyẹn? Ìlú tó jẹ́ pé every day làwọn èèyàn ń kú, ṣé ìlú nìyẹn sà? Ìlú tí kò sí omi láti mu, tí kò sí oúnjẹ láti jẹ, ṣé ìlú nìyẹn? Ṣé ìlú bẹ́ẹ̀ ò ti kú? Nígbà tí ìlú bá dẹ̀ ti kú, àwọn citizen tó wà nínú ẹ̀ ti kú náà. Inú biology wọ́n sọ kí nìkan pé tí host bá ti kú, parasite máa kú. So ẹ ṣé gan sà.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Good evening to you once again. My auntie Faith Davis says, Lori Raw, empty promises. So are we all saying that none of the political party, the PDP, the APC, the Labour Party, the AAC, the NNPC, or the Kwankwaso Party can rescue Nigeria? Ayomikun Daniju says, Nigeria dead in 1960. David Adegoke, my uncle, said Nigeria is dead already. But why are they trying to revive something that is dead is the question. Kí nìdí tí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ rescue Nigeria? Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ètò Starr Radio UK.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
We're live here every day, Monday to Sunday. But every Wednesday, you will catch up with me from here or sometimes from outside. But every Monday to Friday at 11 o'clock, we do all the updates. Let me give you one of the updates that came out on the, few days ago. I have done my best for Nigeria. This is President Muhammadu Buhari, and this is a calling program, so you are also allowed. Don't be scared. English is not our language. Yoruba is our language, and it is allowed. Just make sure you know the background, and that's all you can do for me. Hello, caller. You're live on Starr Radio UK. Where do you want to join us? Who can rescue Nigeria is the question. And if there is any, is it a political party or what do you think? Go ahead, caller.
I'm calling from United States. So, you know what about Nigeria? They are politicians, just like a doctor, a liar. They knew that Nigeria is already dead, but they are giving us hope that they're going to revive the life of Nigeria, and which the lack of truth. If there is a truth, they will be able to tell, to come out, let's break up. They won't let us break up because of what they are saying, the money they are dragging to their pockets. That is why they keep on telling us that go and get PVC, go and get this, go and get that, so that they can still continue to be benefiting from the shit old country called Nigeria because of their own selfish interests. Nigeria is already dead, but they are lying to us. They don't want us to know that Nigeria has gone. So, Jenny or Nigeria, unique, and the only thing that can rescue us now is for we citizens of Nigeria, of their Nigerians, to have a determination. Only determination can rescue Nigeria. When we determine to break up, all of us determine. That's why I like these people, the Simon Effa. I listen to them, follow them, I watch them. You know, all those people, they have determination that they are no more part in Nigeria because Nigeria is not working for them. And I have something they want to do now. They say that they are not doing boycotting election this time around. They are exiting from Nigeria totally, which is a very good idea. If we Yoruba too can have that kind of determination, and we all know that determination today leads to success tomorrow. By tomorrow, we both enjoy it. We are not talking about ourselves. We are clamoring on this or breaking up. We are living fine, but we are only between those and our children that will be living, going back to that Nigeria. Because everybody are exit Nigeria now, we can never go back there because of the danger that we will encounter. We go back there. So all these things.
So what you are saying, if I can hear you clearly, is even none of the three political parties that are running the election.
No, never.
Wow.
Never. It can never happen. All those three political parties, they are only coming for their own children. They just want to have the name to be a former president of Nigeria.
Okay.
Nothing. They have nothing to offer us because the damage has gone beyond. Okay, now I have something now. 80% of the income we are having, we are earning, is still going back to start the loan. So how do you want to do it? How do you want to do it? 300 years, Nigeria cannot exist for even 50 years to come. They totally break up. You know, it will come to the life that Nigerian citizens, they will be eating themselves when they have nothing to eat. Yes, eating human being will be legalized. But they don't have something to eat. They cannot go to the market to go and butcher land to give them meat. It's so expensive. How many people have eaten meat this year? The last year, December, how many people ate chicken with their kind of?
Well, it's almost 10,000 naira now, you know, to get a chicken.
No, how many? Yeah, and the fruit chicken, if you divide those chicken now, they cannot get like matter of 12 pieces. So you cannot even invite a visitor to come to your house for Christmas. You keep your pot inside. So you want to buy 2 chickens that get like 20,000 for a chicken that will finish in 2 days. No, it's not possible. How many people kill chicken that last December? And this is how it's been going. Okay. So we don't just all save ourselves. You know, Nigeria is dead, and the only solution is for us to break up. And who can break it up is the citizen, nobody.
Okay.
We are only encouraging ourselves, but we should have determination. If everybody has that determination that Nigeria is not working again, surely get a result, a better result, a good result from it.
Thank you so much.
Everybody now are using this video for us to just determine that we are leaving Nigeria. Nigeria can never work. Don't let us follow politicians. Don't let us get deceived with their PVC or the 1,500, 2,000 naira they are giving us. That will still last us for the suffering of 8 years.
Thank you so much, caller. And that is a caller from the US. I think, you know, we need to get a bit of a zip of water there just to get the pressure down a little bit. Thank you so much to the last caller. Straightforward. Victoria Tokun said chicken is 12,000 naira last year. Is it because you all want Yoruba nation? I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Is it because you want Biafra nation? That is why you are thinking that we cannot rescue Nigeria? Or is it just that we can't rescue Nigeria? Why not call in as well? Let's see if your view as well. The number to call is almost the same thing. Let me go to Ireland where we have another caller. It's an open conversation and I want to hear as much from my listeners around the globe. Good evening, caller, all the way from Ireland. Can we still rescue Nigeria? Ingali, rescue Nigeria, or is it just too late?
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Good evening, sir.
Nigeria
Okay.
Could essentially rescue Nigeria. Nigeria
okay.
Wọ́n try láti take time wọn.
Okay.
Fún tí Fúlàní àti British tí wọ́n ní papọ̀.
Okay.
Wọ́n lè fi ti plan wọn àwọn plans wọn tí wọ́n ní sorry òun ní nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Because tí ò bá kí n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ìjọ wo ni àwọn èèyàn protest ní London tàbí ní Scotland tàbí ní Wales tàbí ní Northern Ireland tí British government ní pé kí wọ́n gbébọn kọ́ ló máa pa àwọn èèyàn.
Wow.
Ìjọ wo ṣùgbọ́n ní Nàìjíríà tó bá jẹ́ pé èèyàn tó wá láti the other part of Nigeria apart from the northern part ló wà ní ìjọba ó máa wà civilized kò ní lè ṣe irú ẹ̀ tó máa wò pé wáyé tó máa fi ní kọ́ lọ pààyàn torí a ní conscience. Tó bá ti jẹ́ pé northern ló wà ní orí ìjókòó yẹn wọ́n máa wà brutalized gan.
Okay.
Àtàlẹ́mọ̀ tó ń tì wọ́n lórí pé wọ́n ti sọ wípé kọ́ má lè jẹ́ kí a control future wa.
Okay.
Take it by force ni.
Take it by force.
Take it by force. Because I will not have it because speaking. Let me even ask you this question. Ṣé Nigeria ni Fulani ni? Ẹ jẹ́ ká kó béèrè question. Ṣé Fulani ṣé Nigeria ni wọ́n?
According to what we know, they are not Nigerians. They are just like people that move around.
I'm not in Nigeria. I'm a Yoruba man. I'm a Yoruba man. That name called Nigeria. Kò ń ṣe èmi ni mo fúnra mi. Kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe àwọn bàbá tó bí mi ló fún mi. Ará ìta ló wá fún mi ní orúkọ yẹn. Ará ìta ló wá lu ará ilé. Ṣé ló lè wá lé mi kó wá máa sọ pé ilé tí mò ń gbé kó ló fẹ́ máa control mi nínú ilé mi.
Okay.
Kó ló wá máa fún mi lórúkọ. Ṣùgbọ́n orúkọ yẹn àwọn ẹlòmíì prefer. Ju kó jẹ́ orúkọ bàbá wọn lọ. Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́. Wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ orúkọ bàbá wọn.
Okay. Okay.
Wọ́n ń jẹ nínú màdàrú.
All right.
Ìdàkọ̀ìkì mo máa sọ̀rọ̀ kọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ sí. Wèrè la máa fi pọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀ o.
Wèrè la máa fi pọ́ọ̀tì.
Wèrè la máa fi pọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀ fún ẹ̀ wá.
I'll try and explain that to my listeners that probably do not understand Yoruba. Yeah. But before you go, Buhari says, and I quote, "Good evening to you, Unich. Good evening to you, additional 92. Good evening, Olabiyi Mutiu say rescue Nigeria care. Abiodun Lacy say rescue Nigeria is capital no." Buhari says, "I have done my best for Nigeria." What is your view on that?
Of course. What is your best there?
Okay.
Kí lẹ tún fẹ́ kó ṣe again?
Wow.
Èèyàn invite àwọn èèyàn wá láti Nàìjíríà kí wọ́n wá kọ́ wá máa pa èyí tàwa Nàìjíríà kọ́ wá gbalẹ̀ yín.
Okay.
As your own president. Ẹni kò tí ì try. Èèyàn mú owó Nàìjíríà. Ó lóun ṣe Nàìjíríà.
Hold on, caller. Hold on there.
Ó mú owó Nàìjíríà. Ó lọ fi ra mọ́tò fún Nàìjíríà.
Okay.
Tí kò tí ì ṣe nǹkan ni. Wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn. Buhari ò sọ̀rọ̀ pé insecurity Nàìjíríà o kí ló dára pé tó fi ń pa àwọn èèyàn o kò sọ̀rọ̀.
Ọ̀dà ẹ ṣe gan ni. Okay. Buhari says he has done his best. Àwa ni ká jára wa. Ọ̀dà ẹ ṣe gan ni bàbá wa. Wọ́n ní wèrè la máa fi pọ́tẹ̀. We have a new caller on the line, but if you're joining us for the first time, this is hello caller all the way from Lagos. You don't have to mention your name. Ẹ ti wà lórí ètò Star Radio UK. Ìbéèrè tá à ń béèrè lálẹ́ yìí ni pé ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ṣíṣe rescue àti pé who can rescue Nigeria? Ẹgbẹ́ òsókè.
All right, Sherry, kò ní ìdí ká máa fi ọ̀pá pọ̀lọpọ̀lọ ká bá fẹ́ fi péjọ. So the fact àwọn many callers gba àwọn tó ti pè wọ́n ti sọ wíìrì la máa fi pọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀ kò sí anybody náà lórí erùpẹ̀ yìí tó lè tún Nàìjíríà ṣe mọ́ ṣe mọ́ ìdí ni.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ìyá wa Janet Marty.
Tó bá jẹ́ wípé ojú àwọn indigenous people tí là wọ́n lè fi ọpọlọ tó máa fi ń kó wa papọ̀ wọ́n lè fi kó wa papọ̀ but nísìnyí ojú àwọn indigenous people ti là. Now kí ni mo mean by ojú àwọn indigenous people ti là? There was a time tí mi ò mọ̀ wípé òòṣà tí wọ́n ń bọ dáìsẹ̀ òòṣà ìdílé bàbá ti tèmi òṣà tó yẹ kó máa continue kó máa bọ̀ ni. There was a time tí ẹ̀yin fúnra yín tí ẹ ò mọ̀. Mo believe pé àwọn ọmọ yín sìn ó ń green wọn láti padà sílé láti padà sí at least láti padà sí Ìjẹ̀bú yẹn kó máa ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ kọ. Now ẹni náà tó fẹ́ wá tí Fúlàní máa gbà láyè láti ṣe kíni láti jẹ́ wípé láti dá orísun oníkálukú padà. Kí ni orísun yìí? Now ṣé mo pé nínú Nàìjíríà tá a wà lẹ́nìí ẹ̀sìn mẹ́ta là ń sìn ẹ̀sìn méjì náà gbà wọlé. Wọ́n fún àwọn Christian láyè pé kọ́ máa ṣe wọ́n fún wọn ní time of holiday. Holiday bá dé wọ́n fún wọn láyè kọ́ máa ṣe holiday. Wọ́n fún àwọn Muslim náà láyè time tí kinní wọn bá dé kọ́ máa ṣe holiday. Àwọn tí ìṣẹ̀ǹbáyé ti ń jà fún kinní for long wọn ò fún wọn. Wọn ò fún wọn reason nítorí pé wọn ò fún wọn because wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá ti fún wọn láti bẹ̀ ojú wọn àwọn èèyàn abẹ́ sí ńlá. Ṣé ń gẹ́tì point yẹn sí ojú àwọn èèyàn abẹ́ bẹ̀ sí ńlá. Ìdí tí mo dẹ̀ tún fi sọ wípé kò sí anybody tó lè ṣe ni pé ní ìgbà tí èmi ò tí ì mọ̀ tẹ́yìn ò tí ì mọ̀ táwọn Biafra ò tí ì mọ̀ ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ ìlú wọn ò tí ì mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n. Okay now tí Àtíkù bá dé ṣó lè dáhùn pé kán dá history tèmi padà gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe wà tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Wọn ò lè dá padà mọ́. Ṣó lè dá history àwọn Igbo padà gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe wà tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. Oníkálukú máa ṣe history ẹ̀ padà ṣe nǹkan tó bá mú wọn tó dá history padà gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe wà kí n máa ka Ẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ́ Oníbùdé kí n máa ka Fúnṣetó Aníwúrà kí n máa ka gbogbo àwọn kinní yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹ ti ń sọ wíńsì pé mo láti mọ ìtàn mi nìyẹn mo láti mọ ibi tí mo ti wá tí nǹkan tó bá dẹ̀ ti mọ ibi tí mo ti wá arábẹ̀sí ń bára wá nígbà pé àwọn ṣe nǹkan náà. Mi ò rò bí ẹ̀ ń gẹ́ẹ̀tì pọ́ǹtì tí mo mú wá yẹn.
Ó yé mi.
So kò sí anybody tó lè wá sínú Nàìjíríà tó lè dá ìtàn oníkálukú padà gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe yẹ kó wà mọ́. Ìlú tó bá dẹ̀ wá tí ò bá ti mọ ìtàn ìlú yẹn kò ń ṣe ìlú tí ò bá ti lè padà sí orísun ọmọ ìtàn padà gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe wà. A mọ̀ pé láti ayébáyé ẹ má bínú ẹ má ti kọ́ tèmi láti ayébáyé.
Ẹ ó dàn bàbá wa ní Scotland.
Ṣàngó Ògún Ṣàngó Ọya Ọbàtálá
ẹ ó dàn ní Scotland ń bọ̀.
Lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí kíná orúkọ bàbá wa yìí Ọ̀rúnmìlà tó jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí tó dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí akébí Jésù tí Ọ̀rúnmìlà dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí Jésù fún àwọn nígbà yẹn Ọlọ́run wá lo Ifá fún wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí Holy Spirit tó ń fi ń tọ̀nà tí kan bá dojúrú tí kan bá pojúrú muṣu fún wọn wọ́n á tọ̀ Ọ̀rúnmìlà lọ Ọ̀rúnmìlà ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó ṣe wá o. Mo rẹ̀ ń gẹ̀ẹ́sì gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹ gẹ̀ẹ́sì gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ń jáde. Kò sí anybody tó lè dá gbogbo àwọn kinní yẹn padà mọ́. So let everybody go. Gẹ́gẹ́ mo tún ẹ̀ padà fi sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ wèrè la máa fi pọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀.
Wèrè la máa fi pọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀. Thank you so much.
Láti wáyé confam nìyẹn.
If you are listening, the Yoruba language is a very, very, distinctive, very beautiful language, just like the Igbo language, just like the Hausa language. But what the British did in 1914 was very crafty. The British decided that, I don't want everyone to speak the same language. I mean, your different language. So let me just merge you together and then make you speak English. So if you're wondering why, these are languages that have been spoken here, this is the original language of the Yoruba people. Quite a lot of comment is coming very fast. Good evening to you, my mother, my auntie, Sarah Oyelowo. And you also say, my brother, 1 million politician can never... Wow, 1 million politician. I thought we can bring Barack Obama and Obama might be able to fix Nigeria. Also, I picked up a comment from Pastor Momo. By Buhari saying he has done his best, and the line is open and the number is out there. As long as you keep to the, to the studio number, that will be fine with us. We're going to be talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We're very concerned with his health, and we need to know what is going on. Good evening to you, Mrs. Janet Matthew. You say Fulani are foreigners. He has done his best for the Fulani. Pastor Momo says, and I quote, that we have a call on the line. And this for 10 seconds, the caller. Buhari, Pastor Momo said, by Buhari saying he has done his best, is not as painful as Joe Biden congratulating Buhari for upholding democracy. Is that not crazy? About me, the background is definitely one in you're already live already. My caller.
Okay, Mr. Koiki. Okay, mute.
A couple of Soreto.
Yeah.
Starr Radio UK,
Yeah.
Niger Voices.
This is Starr Radio.
Mo kàn fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá because pé tí time tó bá pè wá pé ẹ jẹ́ ká bọ́ síta fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa ká bọ́ síta so that kí gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn western world tí wọ́n believe pé àwọn lè hold Nigeria together for their own selfish interests so that we can bring it down. Because if Nigerians are trying to keep Nigeria, they want to keep it for the Western world.
Okay.
Because Nigeria were put together for their own selfish interests. Nigeria were not put together to work for the indigenous people. It's only put together for their own interests. And if we said we want to keep it, that means we still want to continue to be a slave to the Western world. And I want to tell people that because so many people, some people now are saying, maybe once or want to declare Yoruba nation. The Yoruba nation, you people are thinking of is illusion. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. There is nothing like Yoruba nation has been declared. They are just trying to hold few people down for election to vote for their masters.
Okay.
Don't listen to them. You people know truly you need freedom. It is better for you, us, to come outside and fight for our freedom. That is not how to take a nation. That is not how to take one person cannot sit down in a comfort zone and say, I declare Yoruba nation. Because we are 60 million people. So one person can't declare nation for us without knowing the people that are in the game with her. We don't know. Maybe they've taken us to another slavery country again. We don't know.
Okay.
So I think people should reason, should open their ear very well and think very well. That is not how to take nation.
Okay.
We come out in full masses and take nation. That is how it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And again, so many views around the Yoruba nation agitation, the Biafra. It's coming up to almost 1900 hours, which is 7 p.m. local time. Idowu Michael, evil group of people, they're so wicked. Obasanjo said it's time before landing over to Yaradua. So it seems that this is something that they always say, according to Michael Idowu. When Jonathan was going, he said, I've done my best to make a give unto Buhari. But Buhari now wants to give it to somebody else. We don't know who the person is. But let's come back to the rule of law in Nigeria. The rule of law, is it working? And why is it that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not yet been released, even though the court says acquitted and discharged? We know that President Muhammadu Buhari has tried his best by kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. President Muhammadu Buhari has done his best by collapsing the Nigerian economy. President Muhammadu Buhari has tried by bloating the debt of Nigeria into something that will take us another 60 years before it can be repaid. President Muhammadu Buhari has tried, as more Nigerians will not be able to catch up with January 31st, the deadline to return back your old 1,000 naira or 500 naira or 200 naira note. President Muhammadu Buhari has tried from keeping Nigerians in abject poverty. President Muhammadu Buhari has tried for keeping insecurity in Nigeria. He says, and I quote, I have done my best. All the way in London, I hope the weather is not catching up on you. Hello, caller, you're live. Biafra must come. He said, welcome to the program. Hello, caller. Ekabo Sorieto. Good evening.
Hello,
Ekabo.
Yeah. Contribution of nobody on this earth can fit Nigeria.
Really? Why? Why is it that nobody can fix Nigeria? Why is everybody saying that nobody can fix Nigeria?
Let me tell you the reason.
I want to hear.
In the first place, Lord Uga used Nigeria to do experiment.
Lord Lugard used Nigeria for experiment.
Yes, and he never expected Nigeria to last this long.
Wow.
So the reason why we are still like this because of our fathers. They play with it, they play with our freedom. That's why we are still together as a nation. Let me give one small explanation. That a friend of mine is a British boy. We work together. He gave me analysis of Nigeria that the British people went to Nigeria, put different things together, boom, 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 put them together and went away. Now, since when they put Nigeria together, there's problem everywhere. They can now analyze that Nigeria is not a nation. That a nation will speak one language, one culture, one food, one everything. That's what they call a nation. It's even something that is mentioned Niger Delta. Say Niger Delta, they have multi-language that are related to themselves, but they have the same cultural background, the same food, everything. Those one can be a nation. The Yoruba can be a nation. I don't know. He knows so much about us. He knows so much. He say why they kill Saruba. Say they kill Saruba because he wants his land to be clean. So that's not a nation.
So why is it taking it so long for this union that was put together? Why did it went so long? Why is the Biafra, the Yoruba, the Arewa, why is it taking so long until probably maybe now that more people are talking?
The reason is that not even the British not our problem. It's we the people that's the problem of ourselves.
Okay.
The British, I don't look at it as our problem. Because if
Good evening,
10 million of Yoruba, if 10 million of Yoruba on the street today for 5 days, the British are not stop them.
Okay.
You know that? Yeah, so we are not ready.
Thank you, Biafra must come. You see?
Majority of the youth don't understand what Nigeria is.
Okay.
They just say you can't get your PVC, they don't understand. They don't understand that if Obi become president, how many House of Assembly members is going to have?
He only has one senator that is coming with him. One senator out of 109 senators. Obi only has one senator campaigning for him.
You not tell me how it's going to operate. We see what conspired during Jonathan now. We see what they did. They brought a lot of insecurity, to
Thank you,
Adekoya. You remember that time now? Abuja was bumping like, tomorrow. See, if
I'll give you the studio number in just about 2 minutes.
All the southern youth, if they want peace, then you go back to 1960.
Okay.
They need to check it 10 years. What happened between 1960 and 1970? They check what happened between 1970 and 1980. Check what happened between 1980 and 1990. They check if there's any peace during that period.
Okay.
There's never a peace. It's all those killing, either coup or counter coup or one thing. So we can never get it until everybody go on their own according to God arrangement.
Okay.
We are moving away from God arrangement to woman arrangement. To woman be arrangement. God give us our Yoruba is Yoruba, the Igbo is Igbo, the Hausa is Hausa, and we have our own land. The sovereignty belongs to the people.
Sovereignty belongs to the people.
Some people feel the Oba or the politician, they are going to give us Yoruba. No, the people have the power.
It is the people's power. Okay? People's power.
Okay. When people ready, everybody will run away.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So that's what I want to contribute. Yeah.
We appreciate it. Well, your life with me, this is the 25th, and the number to call is same thing. It is plus 44 74 04 405 917. We have a new caller again from UK. Thank you so much, Emmanuel Ayomide. You say Yoruba Nation is the way. I have the privilege to have a very talented individual. We've spoken so many times. We've met on the rally ground, and I know he has a lot to always dish out. These are individuals that have been fighting the injustice here in UK for some time. I say good evening to you and shalom and welcome to the program. Can Nigeria still be rescued? Is the question tonight.
Shalom, Mr. Koiki.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a good question. Can Nigeria be rescued? It's a good question because in Kotamasanibe, because in Koton Shele, Yoruba, Nigeria, as of now, we're able to So, and we know at this point, Nigeria can never be rescued.
Wow.
Nigeria can never be rescued.
You even went ahead to say can never be rescued.
Nigeria.
Okay.
When I said that,
go ahead.
Because there's a saying, one so the people are not, they don't consider that phrase.
Okay.
Everything that has a beginning always have an
Thank you,
end.
Biafra must come.
Okay? It's just for
The
example.
mix salary is not on tonight. There might be no. Go ahead, my caller. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, yeah. For example, if a 9-year-old girl, you know, a man has been raping a 9-year-old girl, okay, and the 9-year-old girl, you know, when she was 22, and she got to know that, okay, yeah, this man has been raping her, you know, and when she's grown up now, you know, she has the knowledge that, oh, this man has been taking advantage of her. What will happen to that lady? She will fight back, okay? And she, that is something, because Nigeria is a corporation. Nigeria is a corporation for the British. Could see anything because number one, Britain won't affect Nigeria separate. To what they are gaining from Nigeria. That is it. But now we see our politicians on low, because all these politicians, all of them, they are working for the British government. We should forget whether they said they are Nigerian, they are Yoruba, they are Igbo, they are Hausa. They are working for the British government. It's just that the British government are not ruling on us directly. They are ruling on us indirectly. This is just it. Everything that is happening in Nigeria, everything that is happening is being monitored, sanctioned here in Britain. Okay? So the question is, okay, if we want to kill a snake, how do we kill a snake? We can't cut a snake in the middle and say we kill a snake. Okay? I like to get here. So for us to be free, Britain has to go. And there's one thing that people don't put, you know. I said, there was a time this bishop called you. He said the astronomical
yes, I remember.
Time. It's very important. Àwọn babaláwo wa àti àwọn prophets tó ń pè àwọn ní pastor ní Nàìjíríà, they are all liars. Àwọn babaláwo kan ó tó yẹ kó mọ nǹkan tó ń pè tí wọ́n ń pè when the time has changed. The time has already changed. The British, the white people, they already knew that it's already changed. They know that it's not in their favor anymore. But they have to play the game. This way they are playing it. Okay? That is why they have to play the game. The time has changed on I always say it on our videos. The time has changed on the 21st of December 2020. And Mr. Koki, you yourself, you can calculate what has been happening since 2019, when the coronavirus came out. When 2020, 2021, this is not normal anymore. They will just say, what's the climate change, energy crisis, all this Russia-Ukraine war. All those ones are just agenda, okay, to how do I say, to dissuade people. You understand? The main thing is that there's no real power in their hand. And you told Dali spiritually, you know, in the spiritual realm, it has already ended the rulership of the white people. So now, Nigeria, why is Nigeria is the key point? And why is Yoruba and Igbo the key point? This is why our people don't, the brother called before that, we have to go back to our origin. Yes, our origin is more than just, it's not Christianity. It's not Islam. You know, it's Ifa, the real Ifa Gongon. No, Ibeni, Tiawa Baboni for low toba wa. Then could see for low top for now. I will say it because I know what God has shown. Okay, so now let's go into Nigeria is a corporation. Nobody wants his business to fall. Nigeria is a corporation, belongs to the British government, and they don't want it to come to fall. This is why they are building the biggest American embassy in Lagos. Okay? Because what they want to do mass genocide. This is what the British and American want to do. Okay? Because if you really know their plan, we that we are talking, you know my brother also, you know, they know that we know a lot of secret about the so-called white people and the British government. Okay? That is their plan. Okay? They want to really take over not only Nigeria, West Africa. If you see what is happening in Burkina Faso, what is happening in Niger, what is happening in
Mali, the French troop has been told to leave Burkina Faso.
That's it. But why is it so? Because satellite. Okay, this satellite, they shot it up. From the satellite, they can detect which mineral resources in a land that we've never heard before. Okay, so these are those mineral resources, a lot that they've already discovered in West Africa. Okay, just about 2 weeks ago, last week, I saw something you showed on your program that Buhari was talking about Western Sahara.
Yes.
Western Sahara is a code. Okay, Western Sahara is a code. Buhari is playing the game for the British government. You know, Western Sahara is a code. But for West Africa, not a genocide. That is just it.
Thank you so much. Wow.
So that is just it. So when they say Western Sahara, it's a code. So when they say, you know, because a lot of deep things that is going on.
So why is it taking those back home to grab these kind of messages, you know, that Nigeria is dead? I mean, is it just those outside the country that see that Nigeria is dead? Because more Nigerians have got their PVC and they want to go in out there on the 25th of February and cast their vote, and you know, whoever wins wins and whoever doesn't win. Why is it that it is those outside? Is it lack of education, information? What actually is that, you know, gap that is making those outside to understand that Nigeria is dead? I mean, we can tell even without the spiritual realm, we can tell that, you know, the debt ratio in Nigeria, the debt of individuals, the population is just too big. It cannot take itself into a brighter future.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. You know what? The situation is, you know, they've already weaponized, the so-called white race, they weaponize every situation. Okay? They've already weaponized poverty, hunger. Okay? And the situation our people are going on in Nigeria, you know, hunger, poverty, you know. So now we can see when we are outside, see what is going on there. They cannot see. No matter how many times we keep talking, you know, but they're inside. Some people say, but you people are abroad, you know, they are the one in Nigeria, they are facing the danger. Okay? Then I have to tell them, look, you don't know what is about to happen here in the UK. Okay? So, because, number one, the insecurity, you know, because there's one thing, sorry, I just want to put this one. You know, because why I said Nigeria is a corporation, right? Because the British and the Europeans, they are afraid because once Nigeria separates, there's no Britain anymore. That is one secret. Because once Nigeria goes down, there's no Britain, there's no UK, there's no America. I will tell you one secret. You know, when we go into the scripture, we've already heard about Babylon. Okay? Babylon was a superpower then. Just like Egypt, just like Assyria. But when the prophets of old, they are using Babylon during the rulership of the so-called white people, the Romans. Okay, they are the one ruling during the time of Jesus Christ. These same white people. Okay? Then John was talking about Babylonia. Babylonia has already ruled in the past. So he just used Babylonia as a code. You see? Because if you say, okay, yeah, these Romans, they are ruling, that they will be destroyed so in this way, in such a way, they will take it, they will say, commit treason or in a way. So it's used Babylonia, Babylon. United Kingdom is the modern day Babylon.
All right.
So this is how we understand the prophecy in the Bible. United Kingdom is the modern day Babylon, and this last day, Babylon is going to be It's going to be destroyed, just like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? We know how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. God said the same way he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, that is the way he's going to destroy the United Kingdom, the modern day Babylon. And after the destruction of United Kingdom, he's going to sink the United Kingdom. Okay? The United Kingdom, okay, he's going to sink it to the bottom of the ocean.
All right. Thank you.
This is the future. This is the future of UK. This is why they are planning to get Nigeria and West Africa.
All right.
That is the planning. This is why they want to genocide. That is it. Okay, it's deeper than all what we're just saying. Okay, so Nigeria is a corporation.
Thank you so much.
It's a corporation for the British, and there's no other way than for them to follow they know the prophecy. They know it. Ìtòrè ìṣe sọ pé ó ṣe jẹ́ pé àwọn bàbá aláwo wa tó ń wo fá wọn lè mọ̀ pé àsìkò ti change.
Oda, Eshegoni. Thank you so much because of the time, and there's a very, very good, communication there. Thank you, Shalom, my brother, and we're gonna let you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The Kano illegal detention in a solidarity confinement is a calculated plan by the Nigerian government to cause havoc and blame it on IPOB. Therefore, any crisis erupt during this election, the Nigerian government is aware and should be held accountable. This is the view. We're going to get that audio out in just about a few minutes. We're just getting it prepared. We're still taking our calls. The question is, can Nigeria still be rescued? We have a new caller again from UK. It looks like most of my callers are calling from UK. It could be because of the British weather.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
You're live with us. Hello, good evening and welcome. Yes, why not? You're modern. No. You're free to speak in our local language. There's nothing wrong in that. International languages. We're not local.
Mr. Koiki.
Yes.
Realize UK. But what about Iraq?
Oloja níbẹ̀.
No, they are not spy.
Yeah, I think the one that was killed recently, I think about last week. Okay, there was another person that was killed last week, but go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
That happened last year.
Okay.
Because they want to try that is on the British, wọ́n wà lẹ́yìn tọ́ṣe mú Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
One more point. Because, Mr. Kole, let me tell you something. We are in the UK, right? Tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin ẹ̀yin àtọmọ Asia sí, òyìnbó máa gáìdì ọmọ Asia yẹn. They won't be in your own born. You see, you know why? Because you are a black man.
Okay.
They will not stand for you. The system, wọ́n sọ kọ́kọ́ fún yín pé àwọn British kò mọ ẹni tí ẹ jẹ́ ìlú Mr. Koiki, wọ́n mọ̀ ìgbọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni yín. Jẹ́rí lọ́sọ̀lá tó pè pé yẹn ti tọ́ sọ wípé tí UK bá pín tí Nàìjíríà bá pín àwọn UK ọmọ iṣẹ́ rí tí Nàìjíríà bá pín lé ẹ̀rọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rí àṣírí àwọn British kò.
Okay, good evening, Yusuf Zaki. SK. Good evening, brother.
Nigeria is more than their pot of two.
Okay.
I am proud to say more. Even
Mukiyawa Joke. Mukiyawa Akorede Oladepo. Good evening to my mom again. Good evening, Ruth. Okay.
They not designing the way from Yoruba many times more resources identity. They don't know the meaning.
Okay.
So all what is happening in Nigeria,
yeah,
it is intentionally done.
Intentionally done.
The Boko Haram, àwọn British ló fún àwọn Boko Haram níbọn, àwọn America. It is not any god or maybe one devil or because
maybe that's why Tiwa Danjuma says that the military is compromised.
Yes.
All the way from Ifo. Good evening to you, my brother.
Everything is purposely done, Mr. Koiki. Okay, it's like like
Ekale Aziz Wasiu. Okay. Ẹni tó ní BSc tó ní PhD tó ṣì ń wa Uber ní UK. Okay.
Exactly.
Good evening, African Confidential. Welcome to the program.
Nǹkan tó dẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n gangan ni wípé wọn ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí pé ọmọ ṣẹ́rí àwa dúdú ṣẹ́rí tí Yorùbá bá pín ìgbà yẹn ó bẹ́ẹ̀ South Africa báwọn ní ẹ̀ka ìṣe ẹ̀mọ́kọ́ àwọn èèyàn wọ́n sọ wípé nípa ṣèpí South Africa níná ṣèpí South Africa ṣe kíní kan ṣèpí Kenya ṣùgbọ́n níná tẹ bá ti lọ sí gbogbo àwọn ìlú yẹn ẹ ṣì mọ̀ wípé wọ́n lọ tún kiri problem náà wọ́n á rí ẹgbẹ́ àkíyèsí wọn ní ẹgbẹ́ wọn bèrè pé kí ní ṣe Africa nàìjíríà ẹ̀mọ́
ṣùgbọ́n tí Yorùbá bá ti pín tí Yorùbá bá ti bọ́ nínú pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn dúdú àwa Yorùbá la máa sọ ṣé òyìnbó ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí black modernized slavery stop. Wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ tó stop.
Okay.
And if that
Thank you, Biafra must come.
Àwa Yorùbá la máa jẹ́ kó stop.
My best son, my brother, my uncle, welcome to the program.
It is a system that is intentionally designed against my identity.
Identity again.
Identity without the ball.
Thank you so much. I'm going to take a slow down on the calls, but if you've just joined us again, this is
Starr Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. We're going to get the next track in, which is just been lined up already, as we say, to those that have died, from the Biafra that have been killed, the genocide going on in Nigeria. As usual, we know that it is still ongoing. We want unity among, the Yoruba people that are campaigning, for self-determination. And that unity will only if we are all focused and we have not been infiltrated or distracted. When I come back now, I'll be giving you exactly what we've known so far. Nnamdi Kanu must not die in the custody of the DSS. Let us remember that the unity is very, very important. It's the key. I welcome you from every part of the globe. The question tonight is, can we rescue Nigeria or is it too late? It seems that the Yoruba nation itself has been infiltrated, just like the Biafra has been infiltrated by the federal government. When I come back in just about a few minutes, like I say, I'll be giving you audio or video, which is going to come as an audio. Once again, to all the Starr Radio UK backend team that are working, my producer, remember to follow us on Starr Radio UK. Every Wednesday is Niger Voices, where I take you through what is going on in Nigeria. Can we rescue Nigeria, or Nigeria is just too late to be rescued? Last week we played Andrew No Check Out to Nigeria Go Better. Do you want me to play that again? This is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, and not to waste too much of our time because the time runs so fast and it's almost 7:30. Let's listen to these. And these where is it again? It's almost run away. Let's see if I can get about. Yeah, I got it right now. And let's listen to this.
There is no charge in law that now. Today, as I'm speaking to you, there is no charge known to law. In any court in Nigeria, to my knowledge, that Nnamdi Kanu is facing. The charge that he was facing before the Honorable Justice had been declared a nullity, had been set aside by the Court of Appeal in a unanimous judgment. And the court even said the federal government cannot try him for any offense whatsoever because of the issue of extraordinary rendition. Therefore, as that today, there is no charge in law that Nnamdi Kanu is facing.
So why is the federal government still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS custody, and his health is becoming a concern? Morikoli Tombolati, I believe it's Cameroon. My uncle was the other day. Is it possible to change the name of your radio from Niger Voices to Yoruba Voices? Okay, we'll look into that. There is definitely something that we're going to look into that, but it's something that will go through a bit of process, but definitely there's nothing that cannot be done. But you all know my views about the Yoruba nation. I don't want Nigeria to remain. I want Nigeria to dissolve. And we started the Niger Voices just to communicate with things that is happening to a lot of Nigerians back home. We've had Showore here. We had Feladro Toye in 2019, prior before the election. Then Starr Radio UK traveled to Nigeria, I did the traveling on behalf of Starr Radio UK, and we saw what happened. But 4 years now, a lot has changed. 4 years before, it was a complete different, conversation entirely. But ìbéèrè tí mò ń béèrè, whether it is still known as Niger Voices or Yoruba Voices, be rest assured that the Yoruba movement that I am fully involved, is not going to change, the opinion and the views of whatever is happening on Niger Voices, which you all know that already. Good evening to you, my mother, Elizabeth Adesoya, and the rest of you. Sorry we couldn't communicate with you. Those are on the Mix LR. Ìbéèrè tá à ń béèrè lálẹ́ yìí ni pé, ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ṣì lè rescue? We saw what happened during the Titanic. Titanic went straight into rock, and within a couple of hours, the massive, beautiful ship started sinking, and it went fast, very, very fast. Some people got rescued. I think the last person that got rescued, I believe she's dead now. Ìbéèrè kan, good evening to you, Arole Odudua. Yesterday, this morning, I don't know whether some of you watched my early hours broadcast, and Ooni of Ife was talking about something, in the paper today that I want us to look into, on the Punch, the newspaper. He was actually talking about the African culture. The Kabiyesi or Jaja II says that, we need to do more research on the African culture. And the question is, can we be in Nigeria and conduct a modern research to raise African culture? This is coming as the Ooni was represented in Kwara State, according to the information, in the media. And let's go through to see what Ooni is saying. Ooni hasn't said anything so much about the Yoruba nation. We don't know his views, even though people are saying King's views is not something that should be heard outside. But the question is, is Ooni of Ife going to allow a Yoruba nation to come true, or is he just going to play behind a closed door that we don't know his views around the Yoruba nation agitation? But his views on the African academic to conduct research to modernize the culture of African people. Ooni of Ife, Oba Enitan Ogunwusi or Jaja II, has charged members of the academics to conduct research to modernize the culture of African people so as to promote it among the cultures of other people in the world. Ìbéèrè kan tí mo wá béèrè ni pé, ǹjẹ́ bí Kábíyèsí ṣe ní ká lọ ṣe research lórí African culture, the Yoruba culture, is it not part of asking for Yoruba nation? When we have Yoruba nation, ǹjẹ́ kò ní mú culture wa jáde? Nítorí pé our communication, our engagement, our ways of communicating to the world will be in Yoruba. And we can then build on that. But Ooni probably is not giving us his view as one of our prominent king in Yoruba land. But I have a caller on the line, and let's go straight to the caller and let's hear their view. Can Nigeria still be rescued in 2023 as election is count down? Hello, caller. Good evening.
Yes.
And please, no F language.
For life. Oduduwa nation is what we want. We don't want anything in Nigeria. Right. Nigeria can never, by the way, I'm calling from the United States.
Good evening and welcome to the program.
Nigeria will never work. No matter whatever the voodoo you want to go and you want to conjure, or whoever the talisman you want to go and meet in Japan to help you, or in Thailand, wherever, it will not work. You know why? Because it was designed not to work in the first place. Where it is like an investment that the British and our we had system of government back then.
Okay.
We were practicing all this federal government, whatever.
So we have a system of government.
Yes, they met. So that means they went through due process of that government of those olden days. So that was when that all everything was compromised by those stupid kings. Now, not those present one now, the past one. So now it is now the effect, is the side effect now that we are facing. Because if you watch all the military, because they use everything. British are very smart, no doubt about it. They use every parastatal they could find. They put all, even they started the military. Wearing practicing soldiers, all those military stuff back then. So when they introduced that government of we want to colonize you, maybe probably because you are slow, and we have shifted to industrialization. You know, that was exactly between that time that the industrialization whatever started.
Yeah, I believe after the Second World War, and they were using a lot of our resources to come into the UK, to make that industrialization to kick off just after so much money.
Yeah. So they kind of came. The white people kind of came to deceive our kings, because they saw them like they were just practicing peace or whatever, or they were looking homely, and this one they were doing the normal thing they're doing as right now, war, fighting each other, bombing each other. They don't care. They're barbarians. All the white people are barbarians. It is in their blood. It's not like somebody is using that adjective as abuse. It's in their blood. They're born with it. Okay, so our way, just like the people that are so relaxed. So that's what you want to know. Wow. Power Saturday, Saturday law. Now give us Sunday. It's like the white people get collected Saturdays from us and give us Sunday. That means they deceived us that whatever we're doing here, as we're discovering whatever we use our resources to do, and we actually, but they were deceived. And they said we need the able, strong men to do this for us. And they know that they knew those things. Our people always, according to our culture, they follow them. Wherever the king say, okay, they follow them. Wherever the king say, okay, follow these people, they will. So they use all whatever the things they can do, whatever they are conniving.
So why is it proving difficult to rescue Nigeria? Is it because of the time scale, or is it because that the foundation was faulty at the beginning? Why is it difficult to rescue Nigeria?
We cannot rescue Nigeria because it's just a trading, like
a trading post.
A trade or a trade center,
stock market, trading post.
That's what yes. It's not like a country like this and that or whatever. So we're not inside Nigeria. Baba Awolowo said it. He said we're just a geographical location. That Nigeria is called a geographical whatever. They say in your one of your quotes, I heard
mere geographical location. Baba Awolowo, the late Baba Awolowo. Yeah, mere geographical location. Good evening, Dr. Benjamin.
Even the Cameroons are not Cameroonian. The Ghanaians are not Ghanaian. They're just mere geographical location to differentiate land. That's what Nigeria is not a native. We're not speaking. Calling ourselves in Nigeria is like disrespecting ourselves. It's one of the most disrespectful words.
Before you go, I want to take your view. The president, after 8 years says, I have done my best for Nigeria. And before you respond, this is exactly part of what President Muhammadu Buhari said, in one of their campaign trail, some few days ago. Buhari says, and I quote, 1 minute. Okay, where am I? Yeah, I got it here. It says, the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, and says, it will not miss Aso Rock Villa much due to constant harassment from some Nigerians, maybe like you, who have belittled his effort for not making Nigeria belittled his effort to make the country better. He also said that despite much effort on his part, his best did not seem to be enough. I wonder if I am going to miss much. I think I have been harassed. Do you think that he's been harassed? I believe I am trying my best, but still my best is not good enough because there are people around that think that they can intimidate me to get what they want instead of going through certain system to earn whatever they want to earn. Justin Amarafimo. He also said Buhari also described as not a funny joke claims by some Nigerians like Mazinam Dekanu and some of us who presume him to be long dead and replaced by a body double named Jubril of Sudan. What is your response to the president? Is this a laughing matter? I mean, Buhari said we call him Jubril of Sudan. He's not dead, he's alive. Even though we know that he spent a lot of time in UK, Buhari says, I have done my best and stop harassing me. What do you say to that, my caller, before you go?
Well, what I would say is that, well, in his opinion, he thought he has done something. He has done his own best overall by going to England for 3 months in England, come back to Nigeria for 2 weeks. The next month again, maybe 2 or 3 months, he will travel back to England for medical. That's what he's been saying. He's been going to England to and fro for medical, the same medical checkup. But he didn't minus that timeline that he wasted, that 3 months, 4 months. In fact, he went the maximum he broke a record of 5 months. That a law that they said Oshibajo should take over. I remember. We
don't even know where Oshibajo is. Do you know where the vice president is? I was asking this question on my timeline today. I know I'm asking you a lot of questions, and I'm not letting you complete the other one. Where is the vice president, Yemi Oshibajo? Good evening to you, my big auntie, Gbemileke, and welcome to the program, Niger Voices. Where's the vice president? He has faded away. He's not even on the campaign trail with Tinubu. We don't know what is going on. It looks like, rice has gone into the stone or stone has entered the rice. I don't know which one.
Yeah, that's it. He has completed this assignment. He has faded away. There's no.
He has faded away. So the vice president has faded away. Wow. All right.
You never hear anything from him again.
He'll probably come and live here in UK with us in the weather, and then we'll probably have some interview with him after he has completed his term. Thank you. So in the Yoruba movement, as we are going, the last question, I know I keep saying, the Yoruba Nation movement, what is your own advice, to, the campaign trail that is still going on, is still work in progress, and I'm going to be playing one of the audio of Professor Adebanji Akintoye. What is your own take before you go at 19:37 p.m. on Niger Voices on...
From the beginning, I said Oduduwa is unstoppable. Oduduwa forever. It is continuation. Okay. It is our future. There's nothing we can do about it. It is the right. It is our main identity. Okay. The Nigeria we are carrying on us is fake identity by the white that the white gave us. Okay. So the right identity, the main identity is what we must put on. It's our garment that we now want to put on. And that
will probably help on your FIFA. That'll probably help on your FIFA. That is also saying that we need to do more research, to raise African culture. When we have a Yoruba nation, we will have a lot of research center. Thank you so much, caller. And I cannot enjoy. And you are very civilized tonight. It's not like when I'm on my platform, I know the way you normally talk. But thank you for being cautious of some of what you were saying, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And that's a caller there. The line is still open. Ekale Yawa Gbemileke. Ìbéèrè kan tá ń béèrè lálẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Nigerian. Can we still rescue Nigeria? Yoruba Nation, as we all know, even though you all know my views on Yoruba Nation, and that views cannot be changed by anyone. Thank you so much. I would look at my WhatsApp after the program. Nuruddin Alani, congratulations to the Yoruba Nation, the new nation. Definitely, is still the work in progress. Nnamdi Kanu is still in the custody of the DSS for whatever reason known to the government. There was some question I was throwing out on my timeline. How many people have now followed us on the Twitter? Let me check. It looks like people are not following us on Twitter on Starr Radio UK. So let me see. How many of you have now followed us? Not a number of people. Why? Share like Starr Radio. Let's follow it. How many people have a Twitter account? We need a Twitter, to be able to communicate. So I want you now to go on Star Radio UK. I will share the link, and then I want us to go there and follow Star Radio. You see, it's just the benefit that we get there is that Twitter, like I've told you, is an up to date. You get to know what is going on straight away. So please, if you're watching me right now, go on the Star Radio UK Twitter, and then help us to follow us on Twitter. That's the only thing that is, we're asking you. Nothing, nothing more. I don't know why is it giving me. Okay, let's move that. Yeah, that's exactly how I want it. Why is it keep changing it? No going back. Thank you so much. Let me probably get a proper link because I'm not sure why I'm getting. So let's share the link, and I think that will be much better. Eba subscribe to Star Radio UK Twitter. Twitter is up to date. It gives you opportunity when I'm live on Star Radio UK every Wednesday and more. At 11 o'clock, Monday to Friday, you would also know when I'm live as well. Twitter is a very good way to communicate. It is also gives you up to date. So please, thank you so much. Jim Razak says is now following Star Radio UK. Like I said, the candidate for the PDP governor in Abia State died at about early hours of this morning in Abuja. May so rest in peace. So many Nigerians are being kidnapped as well. African Confidential, a very good evening to you, my brother. Let me get my next track on again back, and then we prepare Professor Ade Banji Akintoye's speech to an interview he granted in Benin Republic. Where are we now with the Yoruba nation? It seems everything is quiet, nothing is happening. I had the privilege to speak to Dr. Kebion Kosi Lano. We have a lot of Yoruba people that are trapped in different prisons. There's a particular one trapped somewhere in, I believe, is in Namibia. We're trying to get him back to Nigeria because he needs to come out of the prison, and they're not going to let him remain in that country. But he needs to send his document. When that document is been confirmed, because all he's asking us is just to get him a ticket so that he can return back at least to Nigeria and then find his way out from there. I'm still waiting for Dr. Kebion Kosi to come back to me, and then we will see what we can do, on our platform to support as well. It shouldn't be about maybe 500 or 600 pounds for the ticket. There's a lot of things going on. And the only thing we can do is those that we can rescue back, we rescue them back, and hopefully things will change. But where are we with the Yoruba nation struggle? And when I come back after this beautiful track, we will give you update from part of what Professor Akintoye says. We know that the Lagos rally, 2 people were killed. Eventually, one is still taken care of. I spoke to him day before yesterday, which is on Monday, Mobasoro. Ikanti Ibonwonu Ese Ojadini the other side. If there's anybody that still think that we can help them, we will do so. We will be doing what we can do as usual on our platform to support him as well. I've not sent anything to him, but I hope to do so very, very soon, latest tomorrow, just to give him a bit of support. One of our team traveled down to Ekiti to meet up with him. The question a lot of people are asking is, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan lórí ìrìn àjò Yorùbá nation? Àgbọ̀n kankan mọ́, gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ dákẹ́ pápá. When we come back, I will tell you a little bit more of that.
Yorùbá nation ó yẹ kó lè múlẹ̀ ní. Àwa náà ló máa padà wúlò fún ìjọba ọmọ Yorùbá ló fi lè lákùn. Òun ló lè yọ wá kúrò lóko àwọn ẹrú. Oko ẹrú àwọn ẹ̀dá amúnisìn. Amúnisìn fún ní lóko ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀.
Yorùbá nation. Our best bet is to exit Nigeria. And as a lot of people say, nobody can rescue Nigeria. Thank you so much, Jim Razak. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa rántí Adogan àti Alhaji Fattah. The federal government is now denying that they ever removed the body from Chief Sunday Igboho's house. We have a new call. Let's take that call, and then we'll prepare Professor Adebanji the interview he granted in Benin Republic. We'll come back to you in just about a few minutes. Hello, caller. Both okay, I'm going. Hello, Kalesa, I'm going you. Kò ní gbé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ Ṣẹ̀dùmàrè.
Nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, bẹ́ẹ̀ bí àwọn tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ ṣáájú ti sọ, lóye la máa fi pọ̀ tí ọ kò sí nǹkan tá a lè ṣe. Torí Nàìjíríà ti bàjẹ́ kọjá rẹ̀. Tẹ bá wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn, ìmúdò gan, international community ní kọ́ release ìlànà kanu wọn release ẹ̀.
Ọ̀dà wọn lóhùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Wọ́n ti tètè sí pé àwọn olè bí Kanu ni wọ́n rí Kanu gẹ́gẹ́ bí terrorist. Ìwé ìṣẹ́ pé àwọn Fúlàní tó wà táwọn kan kó wọlé wọn rárá bí terrorist. tó àwọn ẹ̀ ń ṣe nǹkan tó dáa wọ́n dẹ̀ nǹkan táwa ní nílẹ̀ òdu àtiwá wọ́n fi ń pẹ̀ láti àwọn Fúlàní. Wọ́n ka owó tó ẹ̀ka àgbà lọ́wọ́ wọn á kọ́ àwọn ẹ̀ wọ́n á bá àwọn obìnrin wa wọ́n bá wọn tó àwọn àgbẹ̀ wọn jẹ́ kọ́ dáko. Wọ́n bẹ̀ aláwọ̀ kọ́ máa dáko lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n kọ́ máa wá bá wa. Ẹ̀ka wọ́n wà òkè àwọn adé ìyàwó rẹ̀. So Nàìjíríà ti bàjẹ́ kọjá wíkẹ́sì àwọn àgbẹ̀ gbẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ẹnìkan kò lè ní pé ẹ̀wọ̀n ní Nàìjíríà tuntun.
Kò ṣe rescue.
Kò ṣe rescue níta ìgbà wà yìí o. Ti pé the way forward ni pé oníkàlùkù lọ́lẹ̀. Àwọn oníkàlùkù náà lè jọ́ pé wọ́n kọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ kí Igbo tàbí pé wọ́n rí fásitì Peter Obi pé kí Peter Obi jẹ́ president ó bẹ́tà oníkàlùkù máa lọ́lẹ̀. Èmi ò tó pé àwọn ọlọ́run máa padà fura olóògùn bẹ́ẹ̀.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Thank you so much. No going back. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you so much. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá nation. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ìjìnlẹ̀ Marcus is still being held in Turkey. The last message I got from Ijile's wife is things is still the same. Maybe it's the judicial system in Turkey. I don't know. But all I can say is I have asked maybe the legal team needs to be changed, and she said no. I don't know what more we could do, because since the wife is also saying that she's not sure what the situation of things are, we can only continue to pray for, our brother, Ijile Marcos, one of the Yoruba Nation self-determination media that has been held there. Let's take this call quickly, and as I prepare to get you to hear what Professor Adebanji spoke in the interview in Benin Republic. Hello, caller. Ebasheni, brief quickly. You're live on Starr Radio UK. Kale, a mute background, which is something. Hello, about mute background there. I can still hear myself.
Hello.
I'm going a mute it. I think going in the
See about in Nigeria. Hello, Nigeria.
Kí lẹ rí sí tẹ́fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ à ń gbọ́ yín tẹ́ bá ti gbọ́ra yín nínú TV orí fóònù kẹ́tì máa gbọ́ mi àjọ ń gbọ́ra wa kí lẹ rí sí dádì tẹ́fi sọ pé Nàìjíríà ti tán, and I'll give you the experience of somebody I caught up with on the train heading to the studio today.
Lánàá spokesperson àwọn Northern Elders Forum.
Okay.
Ó ní àwọn negotiate pẹ̀lú Indigo. Presenter yẹn wá ń bi léèrè pé kí ló dé tẹ̀ negotiate. Ó ní àwọn wá láti ní peace peace wà Nàìjíríà báwọn negotiate pé election ti ń bọ̀ yìí pé àwọn gan dá òtẹ́. So ìyẹn ló fi hàn wípé Nàìjíríà ti tán. Dr. kí lorúkọ.
Kí ni organization again? My Google it jáde nísìnyí. What's the name of that organization again? I think they are the Northern Elder Forum. Yeah. Northern Elder Forum. Emma Sorlo, we'll pick them now. Akim Baba Ahmed.
Baba negotiate pẹ̀lú Indigo pé kí unity ọ̀wà ó mì pé àná mọ̀ pé kò sí unity Nàìjíríà. Akim Baba. Through Channel Television.
He's also calling for national conference. According to the information I have here, Akim Baba says, and I quote, Akim Baba Ahmed is a spokesperson for the Northern Elders Forum, recently called for a national conference within the first year of the assumption of the office of the next president. after President Muhammadu Buhari. This conference is to address issues on inclusiveness, integration, allocation of resources, creation and distribution of wealth, all of which combined constitute what the Northern Elders Forum consider as what is wrong with the country. So it seems that they are also complaining about what is wrong in the country. Everybody seems to be complaining. And thank you for pointing that to us.
Only 8 years of Muhammad Buhari, only obey àwọn. 8 years Muhammad Buhari, only obey àwọn. Only go pay anybody in Nigeria. Only so, in that trial, like to say, we pay, kí wọ́n fa ipò mọ́ra, kò sọ́n àti Yorùbá o. Nítorí ẹ̀ ń bilé rè pé kí ló rí sí IPOB. Ó ní technically, ọ̀sà ó ìwé ìdìbẹ̀ yẹn. But èmi ti rí, àná ti rí pé Nàìjíríà ti tán. Wọ́n ti rí pé ńgbà Yorùbá nation tó ti dìde ń sìn pé àwọn ò dìbò. Àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò náà dẹ̀ ti sọ pé àwọn ò dìbò. Niger Delta ń jẹta, àná gbé ìbọn. Wọ́n ní kò sí baba ńlá baba tó lè wà dìbò ní ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ní Niger Delta. So Nàìjíríà ti tán, kò sẹ́ni tó lè rescue rẹ̀. So kó ń kálukú máa lọ ní díẹ̀.
Ṣé pé a lè gbìyànjú láti rescue Nàìjíríà lẹ́ ń sọ nísìn bàbá wa kẹ́ tó máa lọ Nàìjíríà ò ṣe rescue.
Kò sí rescue, àná àti ipò ti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn. Nígbà tí gbogbo Yorùbá ń gbà kan tán sọ pé kí ká ṣe restructuring, ká ṣe regional. Lẹ́yìn náà bàbá wa Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò ó ní Yorùbá nation Oòduà ló faramọ́. Ó ní òun ti rí pé Nàìjíríà kò lè àlè lọ síbi kankan Nàìjíríà mọ́. So ẹ rí wípé àná ti mọ̀ pé àkàrà ti tú sépo kò sí ń tán lè ṣe mọ́.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni bàbá wa máa ń like àwọn Yorùbá ńláńlá yẹn àkàrà ti tú sépo tó bá tẹ̀ ti tú sépo wàhálà dé nìyẹn.
Àkàrà bá dẹ̀ kó dìde irun.
Ó ti dèrún. Àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ kan dẹ̀ láìkè irun odindi àkàrà lọ́ máa ń fẹ́ àkàrà elépo tí wọ́n máa ń rà lójú títì.
Ọdún ti tú sépo báyìí, àṣírí wọn ti tú.
Ẹ ṣe gan bàbá wa ẹ bá ń kíyàwó mẹ́ ẹ ṣe gan ni àgbàlagbà fún wa láwọn ẹjẹ́ wa gbọ́n tí bàbá wa Adebanji Akintoye. This was an interview he granted in Benin Republic. Let's listen a little bit to it.
Good evening, viewers. You're tuned into the interview on Gold TV Africa with Hazel Ogoibe. Now, today I have the privilege of having a guest in the house, a very distinguished, reputable person. And before I introduce him, I'd like to give a summarized biography of him. Now, Stephen Adebanji Akintoye, also known as S. Banji Akintoye, was born in 1935, a Nigerian-born academician, a historian, and a writer. Now, he attended Christ School, Ado-Ekiti, Nigeria, from 1951 to 1955, and studied history at the University College, Overseas College of the University of London. And also in Ibadan, he had his doctoral studies from 1963 to 1966 at the University of Ibadan, where he was awarded a PhD in history in 1966. He taught at the history department of Abafemi Awolowo University, Great Ife, Ile-Ife in Nigeria, where he became a professor and a director of the Institute of African Studies from 1974 to 1977. Now he's our guest for today. He's also the former senator of Nigeria and the leader of the European.
And this was granted just some few days ago. So this is a fresh interview. If you are going to watch the full clip, you can watch it on all the media platform on the self-determination. We're not going to listen to everything. It's about 27 minutes, but let us take a little bit out of it. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ohun tó fẹ́ jáde nísìn ohun bàbá wa Professor Adebanji Akintoye. Gbogbo ẹni tó ṣì ń try láti pè ẹ jẹ́ ká fi pípè yẹn sílẹ̀ fúngbà díẹ̀ náà.
Self-determination movement. Very good day to you, sir. How are you doing today?
How are you?
Very fine.
Glad to be with you.
It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you.
All right. So let's get straight to business. Now, a couple of days, the Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria warned that the 2023 general elections, which is just a month away, faces serious threats of cancellations, and this is considering the waves of insecurity that has bedeviled Nigeria. Now, how do you access this statement?
Well, that's telling the world the truth. Nigeria is not in a position to hold an election. There is too much insecurity in the land. People are being killed every day in all parts of the country. Thousands of people perish by the day. And the situation is not one in which you say you want to hold an election. The answer really to Nigeria is not an election now. It's a responsible, carefully handled interrelationships among the leaderships of the various nationalities of the country, so that we can decide where we want to go. And where we Yoruba, the largest ethnic group, the largest nationality in the country, want to go is to exit Nigeria.
This gives you at least an up-to-date of where we are going and so far where we are moving into. Bishe Solenkan, I had the privilege to speak to Dr. Kebionu, and there's a lot of work going on. It might look quiet to you, but trust me, there's a lot of work going on.
To leave Nigeria and start a country of our own.
Sometime in January, on the 9th of January to be precise, 2023, one of the Yoruba activists was killed by the police on Monday, the 9th of January, during a rally organized by the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement. Now, can you throw more light on what actually happened?
Well, the right to rally at all is the right of every human being in the world. The right to rally for self-determination is the right of every nationality in the world. So when our young people came into the streets that morning wanting to rally for Yoruba nation, they were totally within their rights under the law. But Nigeria is what Nigeria is. It's a land of savagery, of brutality and barbarism. So a policeman came out, saw them gathering together for a rally, asked them, what are you doing here? They said, we are here to rally peacefully for the self-determination of the Yoruba, and he just shot one of them. That's Nigeria for you. But that's not the end of the story. We are going to court to seek redress for the loss of that life. And people know that when we Yoruba go, we go. We are very capable.
Ibi tí mo fẹ́ kí ẹ máa rántí ni pé bí bàbá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ yẹn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mọ̀ pé like governor of Lagos State will end up in the front of the International Criminal Court. They might think that they are powerful. They think that they are strong. Let me remind you that Ike Ikiremadu was very powerful, extremely powerful. He can do and undo in Nigeria. But as I speak to you today, the 25th of January, the court rejected even the bail condition of Ike Ikiremadu because they believe that he's going to run away. So if anybody is thinking that, governor of Lagos State, Koiki Ikilon, sir, what are you saying on Nigeria Voices? Maybe you don't know. This is
Starr Radio UK.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will appear at the International Criminal Court at some point in his lifetime. Tell him that. It doesn't matter how he thinks that he has a lot of security. Ike Ikiremadu left as a deputy speaker of the Senate. He was coming in and out of UK until we pin him down here for allegation of organ donation. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, just as Baba have said there, the Yorubas will seek the redress of that individual that was killed on the 9th of January. Let's go back and hear more from Baba Akintoye.
Welcome, sir. Now, can't your movement, the Yoruba Self-Determination Movement, organize, collaborate with the police force or the security forces in Nigeria in such a way that there'll be no situation of bloodshed?
What you are required to do under the law is to inform the authorities that you want to hold a rally. Once you inform the authorities that you want to hold a rally, you are within your right to hold a rally. That's all. That's the only kind of cooperation. You may, if you like, ask them, can you please send some policemen to come and protect us? If they say yes, okay. If they say no, okay, you go on and do your rally. Nigeria is a land apart from the rest of the world.
I love that. Nigeria is a land apart from the rest of the world. Nigeria ti yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo àgbáyé. Nigeria is a land apart in tó bá ti yàtọ̀. And that is why, somebody, I think, thank you so much, African Confidential. The last caller, no, not the last caller. We had a caller that says, are they going to hold a rally in UK and the police is going to shoot at us? If you follow the trend of what took place in Paris on the 25th of December, there was so much carnage. Vehicles were burnt down, shops were raided, but no single shot by the French police. But Nigeria is a land apart. Nigeria ò sí mọ́ nínú ayé, for those of you that are still thinking we can rescue it. So lálẹ́ yìí, as I'm just about half an hour before the end of the program on
Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up? All around the world.
all around the world, I say thank you so much to everyone that have joined me so far. We appreciate you tonight. The question I've asked again tonight is, you can take that to conversation with anywhere in the beer parlor, in the hairdressing. Tẹ́ bá pàdé àwọn tó jẹ́ one Nigeria. Ẹ bi wọ́n pé, can Nigeria still be rescued? By who? Whether they are APC, PDP, Labour Party, Showore AAC, Kwankwaso, can Nigeria still be rescued? And let them give you how. Even like we were pointed down there to the spokesperson, the spokesman of the Northern Elder Forum, is also saying that, the country is going through a lot of problems. We have it there, but let's go back quickly to what Professor Adebanji Akintoye. Thank you so much to my family, my friends all over the globe. Remember that, this is a platform where the truth is being said every Wednesday. As a lot of people might know, even Buhari says himself that it doesn't seem that a lot of us appreciate him. Well, some say, you've done your best, brought down the economy of Nigeria to zero. A lot of Nigerians do not even have access to dollar. For those that wants to go out of the country, do you know that your GT is not working outside the country called Nigeria today? So even if you have 1 million naira in your GT, when you get to Dubai, you cannot make use of it. That is what Buhari has done.
From the rest of the world. That's the truth of the matter.
Now, many educated Yoruba people who are sympathetic to the idea of an independent Yoruba nation view Yoruba agitators, especially the agitators operating on social media, as individuals.
And I believe these particular presenter or journalist is talking about those Bole Kaja media, those bloggers, those frackers, those that came into the movement, thinking that they are talking about Yoruba nation, but only for us to realize that they are Bole Kaja media that should not have anything upstairs to talk about Yoruba nation movement. Let's hear what she has to say. And a very beautiful answer again by a learned man, a PhD holder, not the one that is being sold to so many people that are telling themselves that they have a candidate for the 2023 election. Some of them we don't even know where Buhari had his certificate. Imagine the president with no certificate. Even the one coming, so much allegation of drug and cocaine pushing, money going through the account. They don't have clean record. And then you're going to want to damage somebody like this man that have worked tirelessly. And you think some of us would allow you to do so. Let's hear the response of Professor Adebanji Akintoye.
Who lack, they're not polite, they are rude, and they are aggressive. Now, what is your movement doing to ensure that they are not associated with the struggle, or to ensure that they do not also compromise the struggle?
The crudeness that you see on social media among some Yoruba is a product of the Nigerian experience.
What more can you say about this man? It's the product of Nigeria that is affecting a lot of all this Bole Kaja media that does not even have respect. Some will say we don't have respect, but we do know that the integrity of some of those you want us to give respect is no longer there, but not somebody like Professor Adebanji Akintoye and Dr. Oloye Sunday Igboho and the rest of the team that are working tirelessly day and night. Let's get more. It is the rudeness, is the Nigerian product in them, all this Bole Kaja media.
We are not like that. Yoruba people are not like that. We are known all over the world to be polished, polite people. And that's why people like the Yoruba people. But the crudeness, the barbarism that you see on us.
You don't see Igboho. I don't cite you, my brother. I'm not going to tell you which of the platform you're watching from. I hope my beautiful daughter there is doing very well, and the little one. Say shout out to the mother as well. And very soon, we're going to be catching up again. Love you so much. You don't see Igboho. I'll try and play that for you before we go. But like I say, I already spoke to Igboho today. There's a friend of mine always say, you don't see Igboho.
Especially when we have our own country, that kind of barbarism will go away.
When we have a Yoruba nation, there will not be all these, barbarism, the Nigerianness, and the rudeness of Nigeria in so many people. Once again, you can watch the full clip of these. I'm just about 25 minutes away, but let's get maybe another 4 minutes, and that will then give you a feel of this man. Ìbéèrè tó bọ̀rọ̀ wá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni pé ǹjẹ́ à ń tẹ̀síwájú nírìn àjò yìí kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tí gbogbo ẹ̀ dákẹ́ rọ́rọ́ báyìí? Let's hear more from Professor Adebanji Akintoye.
Now, moving over to Francophone Africa. Now, many Francophone observers, especially in the Pan-Africanist movement, now they perceive your self-determination struggle as directed against a particular ethnic group dispersed in many West African countries like Senegal, Guinea-Conakry,
Listen to this section.
Mali, Benin Republic. Now, how do you react to this statement?
No, we are not. Our self-determination struggle is not directed against any ethnic group, any particular ethnic group. It's directed as freeing ourselves from a country that has collapsed. That's all. A country where there is...
Okay, Baba Akintoye says the country that has collapsed. Good evening to you, Mr. Shegun Ekabo Sorieto Lawa Wasiu. Nobody can repair the damage of the so-called Nigeria. Toby Iwaloye, thank you so much. Once again, you don't see Igboho. I don't see you there.
Nothing is sure anymore. Where our people are being killed in the hundreds every day. Cannot drive on the highways without being attacked by bandits and kidnappers from the bush. And these are Fulani people. That's the truth of the matter. We are saying that they are Fulani because it is true. They are Fulani. And they make the noise that they are coming to conquer all the non-Fulani peoples of Nigeria, subjugate us, wipe out those who will not surrender to them, and take our land. The Fulani have never had a homeland anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. They migrated into Africa, into West Africa, through the Maghreb, and they accumulated mostly in the area of the Futajalon Hills, and they have been migrating westward since then, eastward since then, and they finally reached what is now northwestern Nigeria in the late 18th century. And unfortunately for us, black people, our largest nation in the what is now northwestern Nigeria, accommodated them in a way that gave them control over the lives of the homeland. And so now what they want to do is to repeat that, to replicate that all over Nigeria. And they have been planning and really doing everything in that direction. For instance, indoctrinating their people, telling their people, Allah has given us all of Nigeria. Allah has asked us to go and conquer and subjugate.
Thank you so much,
I know.
And
so we are going to do it. And they have been doing everything in that direction.
Silent listener.
I mean, they're herdsmen. And the president of Nigeria himself, who is a Fulani man.
And I love this part, the president himself is a Fulani man. And once again, a very good evening and welcome. Another disturbance from the Instagram there. I'm not sure why this person is calling us on Instagram video. Let's go back again.
Public announcement to the world. Actually, he made it not on the soil of Nigeria, he made it in another country to say that anybody from Africa can come to Nigeria without any travel documents whatsoever. And that was a coded message to the Fulani to start coming.
Now let's now go down the history lane. Some of your critics claim that in 1983 you betrayed Walu's UPN party when you defected to the MPN party with Omobori Owo. Please, can you clarify what happened?
It is one of these primitive lies that people tell on social media. They don't know the truth, or they won't learn the truth because it's there. The newspapers are there. If you want to say anything like that, you go and check out. In 1979, we elected our old man, a father to all of us, Chief Ajashin,
and asked him to be governor. And a young man, one of us, of our age, a little older than myself, stepped forward to offer to be his deputy.
And these are the lies that the Bole Kaja media tried to do to destroy Babakitoye. They were trying to destroy, they wanted to do everything to destroy his integrity. You don't have to agree with him. Oh, Babakitoye is slow. He's taking us into 2023. Babakitoye is this and that. All the lies. Oh, he has stolen money. But Tinubu that should be in the prison for so many atrocities using the Lagos State wealth is out there using the resources of Lagos State to campaign. But these are the medias that we thought were with us, only for us now to realize that, they have a different agenda to want to destroy this old man. And we will not give room to such. And that's how far we can take from that interview that he granted. You can watch the full elf clip of that on the, all the platforms out there. I still have about 2 more tracks. Let's enjoy this. Orílẹ̀-èdè mi is the next track coming in, and that is from Janet. Orílẹ̀-èdè mi. At 87, Baba still sounds like somebody in his 60s. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé sẹ́ níbo là ń lọ níbo la dé nírìn àjò Yorùbá nation. It is still work in progress. Millions of us must still make our way out so that we can tell the international community we want what? There's no way we will sit here and allow you to blackmail Professor Adebanjo Akintoye. It doesn't matter whether you are part of the Bole Kaja diaspora as well. Woto Woto Promax, as people say, we lama fi pote gbeyin. And if you don't know, I love the M1. Like I always say, my cousin Walata loves the M25. Too much traffic on the M25. Shout out to all our African listeners all over the globe. I say this is Starr Radio UK. We're just about 18 minutes before we check out again tonight. I know, Archie was saying that I just need to explain this music to him. I will have to take time to see how I can teach my Ghanaian brother how to speak a proper Yoruba. Archie was in Nigeria, I think in the 80s, he was in Ibadan, he was in different places, but I'm not advising him to go to Nigeria because Nigeria is now a no-go area. Those outside will continue to fight for your freedom, but you too, you need to fight for that freedom as well. Freedom does not come easy. Woto Woto is on the M1. All the young Khan, I say thank you so much to the 90 days prayer that was finished in Osun State some few days ago. And like I always say, the death of one of us is the death for every one of us. Lenkonsi, Kolon Foriji Yawa, Yeye Lufe, Mrs. Abiodun Taiwo. I just love her so much. Borí bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọ̀túnba Adékúnlé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ṣe ń wọlé pé woto wàhálà we love the Biafrans, we love the Arewa. That is if they want to exit Nigeria. But for those that says we can rescue Nigeria tonight, we have proven that we cannot rescue Nigeria. All shout out to those of you watching us in Port Harcourt, in the northern part of Nigeria. And if you're wondering why the Yoruba people want to break away from Nigeria, we were never one before, okay? Listen, now British people put us together. I don't know how to translate that in Hausa language. And to all those quiet listeners, they don't chat, they don't do anything. They're there behind the camera. And all they want to do is just take note of maybe I will say something that contradicts something. It is not possible. Baba Akintoye, we love him. Sunday Igboho, we love him. Donate your money to the central account. That is the only official account that is authenticated. I told you I am the last man standing on the Yoruba Nation self-determination movement. It is very, very cold though. Don't joke with the British weather. I met somebody, let me quickly talk about this. As I was getting myself ready coming to the studio, we exchanged numbers. He just came back from Nigeria. I mean, when I say Egbomi, Yoruba people, anybody's Egbomi, even though you don't know them before, but the moment you know them like this, they don't become, especially when they're older than you. He came to this country in 1990. And let me speak in Yoruba so that the message can flow properly. He met me doing what I do most. I was on my recording. He knew automatically that this is Koiki because I was definitely if you see me you will know this is Koiki. I'm not the Buhari camouflage or the even Buhari say he has imagine the president of a president of a country says that it looks like a citizen does not believe that is the real one. The only way we can believe him is allow us to do a DNA test to confirm that is the real Buhari. Unbelievable the way we have been, duped and deceived. Anyway, bí màtẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn bá ṣe bọ́ sórí train yẹn, mo kí wọn ni Koiki mo ṣẹ̀dí láti Nàìjíríà ni o. And he said nígbà táwọn dé ní 1990 àwọn máa rí àwọn àgbàlagbà kan tó máa ń dìde fún àwọn ọmọ kékeré máa dìde fún àwọn máa ń sọ fún àwọn àgbàlagbà yẹn pé kí ló dé dẹ̀ tí padà lọ Nàìjíríà. He is going to be 60 himself. He came here in 1990. He relocated one to Nigeria or to Sapadawa. He can't live in Nigeria. And he says that probably maybe not my own generation because I've used 24 years, but he says that he's now a lost generation. Very, very painful one. Thank you so much, Mr. Shegun. One out to the lost generation. Imagine that. He's going to be 60 this year. 1990. How many years is that? 1990 to date. How many years is that? Can somebody quickly work that out? That's about probably maybe some 30-something years. Lot you in the UK. One nígbà táwọn dé ní 1990. Àwọn bàbá àgbàlagbà táwọn máa ń rí táwọn èèyàn máa ń dìde fún lórí bus. Ó ní nísà àwọn èèyàn tí ń dìde fáwọn náà lórí bus. He's just coming back from work, heading home. 33 years. Wọ́n nígbà táwọn dé ní 1990. Àwọn máa ń sọ pé àwọn àgbàlagbà yìí ó yẹ kẹ́ ti padà lọ sílé náà kí lè ṣe ń ṣe níbí báyìí. A lot of Nigerians have invested heavily. Nígbà tá a sọ̀rọ̀ débọ̀ ní má tún lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn lónìí mo ṣe ń sọ lónìí gbèsè mi lọ́wọ́. Imagine we take loans from our banks here because we are having a job which is a full-time job and you don't need any collateral as long as you have a good credit. Not like Nigeria. I don't know about other African countries where you will need a lot of collateral before you can get a loan. But in UK, as long as you have a good job, they can see the track record, you sit down in your comfort zone, you apply for the loan, boom, under one single digit APR. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ wá ń sọ fún mi pé lóònù táwọn gbà táwọn fi ṣe business lọ Nàìjíríà àwọn ṣì ń san lọ́wọ́. Nigeria has actually destroyed a lot of people. But there are still more Nigerians that are saying that we can rescue Nigeria. Somebody like Reno, somebody like Asa Macaroni. I don't know how true it is. I saw it on our Rolly 1010 page that they are trying to organize a massive concert for Peter Obi. Whiskey is going to be there. Tiwa Savage is going to be there. There's going to be 100 comedians, all kind of different people. I don't know how true it is. It's going to happen in Abuja. These are the people that wants to rescue Nigeria. Wow. Lawal Wasi said the so-called Nigeria cannot be conducive for such person. He relocated and he's from Osun State. And there's some other things that we discussed, not for public consumption. Koiki, so he's always going back to when he came here in 1990 and he saw all these elderly men. He doesn't know that those elderly men cannot go back home. Imagine somebody that didn't go back home in 1990 and they are probably in their 60s then. I'm sure now they are probably in their 80s. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn wò mí báyìí nísìn, wọ́n ti dàgbà sí UK. Some of them are in their care home. Some of them are still with their loved ones. Especially here in UK, there is no time for anybody. So anytime people are getting old, they drop them into the care home. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn Yorùbá wà ní care home. A lot of them. I mean, they're well looked after, but they would have preferred. Thank you so much, Plan B. I forgot my laptop at home, with so much workload in my head. We appreciate those that continue to support, and we appreciate every single one of you for the prayers. Which is not a time for us to allow infiltrators, to, then, my auntie can confirm that, she works in the, with the NHS, so she knows what I'm talking about. Yorùbá pọ̀ gan, ẹlòmíì ò tẹ̀ mọ́ family ẹ̀ mọ́, especially the men, especially when they have actually, children have been taken away from them. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn tó dé in the 70s and 80s, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn lọ́gbọ̀n ọmọ kúrò lọ́wọ́ wọn, ìmí ìyàwó kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, Eunice Uche. And I wanted to say this again. I was listening to, the broadcast of Simon Ekpa yesterday, when he was actually speaking, at the State of the Nation broadcast. Sorry, we couldn't retransmit that, but let me see if I can squeeze that in, into this conversation. I might have to, I think it's going to have to be from the beginning. So, kí ni mo fẹ́ fà yọ mẹ́ni pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wọ́n wà ní, they are in, so let's take a bit of, when it's ready, I'm going to let you know. I think it should be coming now. This is Simon Ekpa, State of the Nation broadcast yesterday.
And today, we have just 40 days to Biafra exit. This may happen even before time. At every historic juncture, the movement has evolved along with the new mandate of the times, taking new meanings, and today is yet another yearning for the liberation of Biafra and Biafra exit from Nigeria. As you can see, the Biafra flag hoisted, and the flag is rising very high in different parts of Biafra land since 2022. The hoisting of the Biafra flag has weakened and continued to invoke the spirit of Biafra and weaken the spirit of Nigeria, which is now, the spirit of Biafra is now in full force. Operation to enforce the non-Nigeria election in Biafra land continue to gather momentum. I want to inform Biafrans today that on the days ahead and the weeks to come, from the 22nd and 23rd, the previously announced date may change. And you have to follow our broadcast to know when this change comes into effect.
And that is the State of the Nation broadcast from our brother, the alliance that we have, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And thank you so much, Yashikon Yawa Comfort. You also say, if they are arranging rally for the political parties, why is someone attacking the Yoruba Nation rally? It doesn't make any sense, but that is the criminality of some of these politicians, as we say. Also, we do know, while I was watching Simon Ekpa yesterday, I was laughing, not just laughing. There's also these information that IPOB has been, put under the radar of a terrorist organization. Let's say this clearly. This is the Western agenda. Okay? We know that the federal government has labeled them as terrorist organization, even though most countries outside Nigeria knows that, Nigeria is just a joke. But from what I was hearing from Simon Ekpa yesterday, that they are also, there's an index. I'll have to go and speak to him later on, so that I can do a proper program on that. We can even discuss that next week, Wednesday, because whatever happens to the Biafra is also going to affect us. So I know some of you are very, am I getting involved with Biafra? Blah, blah. We're fighting one common enemy, okay? So let us remind ourselves that. There was also something I was saying, a lot of people keep saying that his speech is slow or something of such. As Simon Ekpa say, as long as you can hear me, as long as you can still hear me, just take the voice alone. Forget about the way my mouth be like this. And I actually got a message from somebody as well that told me to go and watch Simon Ekpa, that they are very concerned with his health because it looks like his speech is not coming out properly. And Simon Ekpa say his speech is not going to come out, just like a lot of you are also doing. Tiba party program, and somebody still wants to call me. Tiba ni mo lo jẹun, you still get somebody to call me and say, I want to sọ pé lo jẹun, but I want to sáré bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀. And at the end of the day, Simon Ekpa say, if some of you call him at 3 o'clock in the morning when he's meant to be in the bed. And that's why sometimes, we have to put our phone on silent. I've been doing that anyway for the last 3 years, because if not, I don't think, the family will be happy that we are receiving calls all the time. And sometimes we can't allow the phone to go offline, for a very long time. So, so if anyone is thinking that, maybe you are saying something that looks like Simon Ekpa is like that, Simon Ekpa say, as long as you hear his voice, they come out. That's all. Just forget about the mouth. Okay, just take the voice. Let's continue to pray for our brother, a father and uncle, Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, that was kidnapped by Buhari. Buhari could not kidnap Umaru Diko, but he was able to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu because, like I always say, the criminals in Biafra sold him out. And it's a shame that in 2021, people believe that dollars, pounds, house, cars, by trying to sell Nnamdi Kanu to the federal government, is a big shame. The spirit of Biafra will come back on each one of you, for those that are behind that. And some of you, whether you are still here with us in this world, you will pay for that. But let us remind the federal government, Nnamdi Kanu must not die in the custody of the DSS. His health is so much alarming and concern. The legal team have been telling us, the senior advocate of Nigeria, Aloy Ejimako, I've been following him on Twitter. So, as we are coming to the final part of the program tonight, let's take one more from Orilede. And this is against Starr Radio UK. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ ṣé fún ẹ bá wa darapọ̀ mọ́ ètò yìí. Well, I mean, you cannot kidnap a British citizen without a British support, definitely. And the British have gone very quiet with the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, not sure if I still have the signal going on. But once again, a very good evening and welcome, as we are almost there completing the final segment of the program. Moki gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé I'll be back again same time next week at exactly 1800 hours, which is 6 p.m. local time in UK, and that will be approximately 7 p.m. local time in Nigeria. Yes, we're still on the Starr Radio UK. It just looked like my screen has gone into frozen mode. We are almost coming out of the program. And if you're not Yoruba speaking and you're wondering what have we been discussing, it's just that, can we rescue Nigeria? I know some of you look up to Nigeria, even though some African countries have now disrespected Nigerians and Nigeria as a country, because Nigeria as a country has become a joke. Thank you so much, Ms. Gold. Moki Bubu Eyitie Darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. As we have Bole Kaja Media, we also have Bole Kaja Diaspora as well, that we thought, but this time around we realized we are not on the same page. Nigeria is a big elephant, like we all say, but there's no point trying to kill the country and then trying to revive it in a long run again. So I hope take Nigeria out. But again, àwọn kan wá fẹ́ make sure pé tó bá take it out, ó tún lè lọ revive lókè long. And that is where, a lot of us are becoming skeptical. Julia Tosin, thank you so much. My name is Ola Yomi Koike. This is how far we can go tonight. I'll be back next week, Wednesday. Continue to monitor. There'll be a lot of updates coming as we're going into towards the end of the month. The Yoruba Nation struggle is a progress that is still going on. Don't be deceived that everything has gone quiet. It's better we are quiet and a lot of things are going on. And one thing is, this is one of your last man standing. I'm not sure of others, but I am very positively sure about myself. Thank you so much to my beautiful mother once again for your support, to the family, both here and back in Yoruba land. Mo kí gbogbo yín láti Kwara State, mo kí Chief Imam, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, láì fẹnìkankan sílẹ̀. We are not against those of the PDP, APC, Labour Party, but our views are Nigeria cannot be revived again. And on that note, I say bye for now. And the last track again will be from Janet, which is going to be Yoruba Nation, and that is going to be me handing over to Mr. Archie and the rest of the team, the sound engineer. And on that note, I check out now. Yoruba Nation la fẹ́. Yoruba Nation la fẹ́. One Nigeria care. Break it up now. Tomorrow is the property hour. Make sure you join, the presenter tomorrow. I will be joining the team again. Thank you so much, Denix, Udaro, African Confidential. Bye for now. What was wrong with the voice? Was the volume not high enough? And when we have already completed. Anyway, Mukibu Wale and Konsi. Bye for now. And hello, I think the studio is already off now. Nigeria báwo. Nigeria wá jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlú ni. Nigeria kì í ṣe ìlú, wallahi. I'm off the studio one now, so orí tọ̀dọ̀ tèmi nìkan ni mo wà. All hail Biafra. Thank you so much, everyone. It's coming up to 8:30. Whether I to be, wallahi, Moshiri, Muriweri. It's very, very cold. Thank you so much, everyone. And Lale. We'll be back again tomorrow, as usual. Thank you, Eunice. I'm sure Canada is more colder than UK, but damn, 20 years on, I should complain about it too. I don't want to make a joke with so I'm a balagbo lolly. It's just a shame. Koiki, someone asking you to check your WhatsApp. Yeah. I'll check the WhatsApp after the show. Momentum Stoneberry, ma check it. Ma check it. I say it for you. I'm not telling you. Everybody has. Everybody, my wife, mo ti rí message yẹn. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ojú ló ń kán ìbòjì. Olayomi Kokiki Media. All right, let's play our. I'm gonna play only couple. I'm play only this thing. I'm gonna pick Instagram and Facebook. So I can end up. So thank you so much. I have a long way back home. I don't show me not delay like alone. Woto Pro Max. Oluma waye like alone. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Bye for now, everybody. Yeah, extremely cold in Canada, I know, but damn, man, UK. So, all right, so let's go and watch somebody else, or we just go. At least I have my banana, my crepes, my water that can take me through the journey back home. And it's very long. Bye for now.